All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Challenger Podcast. Here we're here with my guy Free Game Nino the third, and of course my guy, the biggest Black Uchiha. And today we'll be talking about some Boruto stuff, some Negro news, and some more stuff potentially. You never know.
The blackest Uchiha is crazy. That sounds hella
Oh my
racist.
god, bro. Yo.
That sounds hella racist. Hey, we can start off with the Negro news until we get some viewers in. Did y'all see what I sent y'all in the group chat?
Actually,
No.
you said something about what was it?
Bro,
I didn't.
all right.
I don't.
Can't accept it.
You remember like a couple pods ago? I forget what the hell we was talking about.
Oh yeah, dude blew off his finger with the firecracker.
Fuck a finger, nigga.
Oh,
His
for
whole
extra.
fucking hand is gone, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't watched
they
the
said
video.
they gotta shave it down to the nubs.
Bro, they had to,
Yeah.
bro. I hop on IG and that's the first thing I see, bro. His whole hand is like they had like the uncensored picture on IG, bro. I would send it to you guys, but I don't want to fucking gross myself out again. But bro, his hand was mangled, bro. Like his shit was fucked up. And then they said that somebody that was with them, that was I guess was standing next to him. Adam 22 said this. I don't know how much you can believe Adam 22, but he said his homie was with him and got half his face blown off.
That's crazy.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Did you see any pictures or videos of that? 'Cause I
Not
didn't
his
see any-
boy. All I saw was 4 extra sitting on the ground holding his arm.
Damn.
Yeah,
They said
probably-
that
I
shit
just
went
saw
off and
old boy.
blinded, bro.
The video I
Damn.
clicked on, it was like over a minute long, and it was him walking, holding the fireworks in his
Yep,
hand and
yep,
talking.
yep.
I already read the caption, so I didn't watch further because I was like, okay, if he blows off his finger, I'm not gonna want to finish this video.
Oh, bro, no.
Yeah.
Not just his finger, nigga. He blew off like 5 fingers, well, 4 of them hoes, bro. And then the day after, bro, they went back to the spot where he blew up his hand. Niggas finding fingers on the ground. I can't make this shit up.
Oh my
Yeah, I heard that too, bro. This is just bad all around for my guy 4X. And to be honest, this isn't just 4X. It's like an actual thing on 4th of
I
July.
know,
Everybody-
I know. I didn't know this before until till this 4th of July. I didn't know people was blowing off
Yeah.
limbs.
Yeah, I don't even know that either. But to be honest, I do hear a lot of people tell people would give a warning. It's like, yo, make sure you don't blow your hand off on 4th of July. And I gotta think it's a reason that people be warning people. So,
He said it's gotta be.
It gotta be a reason. Yo,
I
this
never heard of anything like that.
me neither, Black. Me neither. I swear I've never heard of it or seen it, but it's hella common. They say 10,000 people, an average of 10,000 people a year blow off a body part with a firework every 4th of July.
It literally makes me think about
Body
other
part.
times I was kids and we used to be shooting fireworks at each other. I'm like, that's crazy.
Bro.
I never
Gangsta
really
said
thought about
body
it.
Well, nah, it's because y'all probably using the fireworks that's not like as strong. He was throwing like
Nah,
little
you know them
hand
drones when
grenades,
you
bro,
buy,
like M30s and
them
shit.
drones where you buy and you shake it and you shoot the missiles off and
shoot
the
at
side
people?
to hold it.
Yeah.
Niggas used to be going crazy in the hood with
That
them,
shit
bro.
costs
Niggas wasn't
massive.
shooting them in the sky, bro. Niggas was playing straight up manhunt with them
Facts.
things, bro.
No,
I swear
big
to you,
facts.
bro, I kid you not.
Nah, but this bro, he was holding like a half stick of dynamite in his hand. Is how they like pretty much
Yeah.
equated. Like like I said, it like 10,000 people a year on 4th of July. Not a finger, a whole body part. Like I was watching this this video and this dude, I think it was like a Dodgers game or something. I can't remember what game it was, but it had to be a Dodgers game. He had on a blue and white jersey. Bro, fucked around and like you see him, he's good at first, and then like I think he's about to throw a firework. I can't remember it exactly because I turned the shit off, bro. Like I can't see that type of shit. Like I love scary movies, but gory movies like Saw and shit like that, it fucks me up, so I can't watch it. But this nigga blew off his hand, blew off half his fucking jaw. I was like, oh, ain't no fucking way, bro. I'm not fucking with fireworks. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I'll be lighting fireworks. I ain't lighting none this year. But I ain't lighting none this year. But I normally be lighting fireworks. I love it.
You know,
Yeah,
I used to
too.
too.
Yeah.
I didn't this year though. It was for no
Yeah,
specific
for a fact.
reason.
And to be honest, what I think happened with 4 extra, because he said in the video he wanted to throw it at people or throw it inside the house and blow
That's
it up.
his karma.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah,
I
that
feel
is
like he
his-
was about to throw it, but like it blew up faster than he thought.
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah.
Like, I feel like he was probably just cocking it back and right about to let it
Right
go
about
and
to
just
throw
blew
it.
up in his hand type
Mhm.
shit.
Yep, that's exactly probably what happened because the way Adam said it too, it was like the fuse was was shorter than he realized.
Yeah,
So
and
he
to be,
brought it
he
to
said
me.
he went blind for a couple minutes. So I think
Yeah.
the flash happened like right at like head level type shit.
No, not a
But yeah,
couple minutes. He
he was
went
about
to
to
the
throw it.
hospital blind.
Oh shit! Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah, he
a few
regained
hours.
his vision. Yeah, but I was like, when my cousin showed me it, he sent it to me. I was like, bro, I don't think this real, because ain't no way a nigga gonna blow off his hand and just sit there and look at it. But then, like when they say he went blind, I was like, oh, that makes sense of why he was just sitting there looking at his hand like that. He ain't see what the fuck was going on. Cause like my grandpa,
He was
he a
probably just
Vietnam vet. And he was always said that like my bad. My grandpa, he a Vietnam vet, and like he seen everything and shit. So he was like he was a Marine, so he was like front line and front center in the battlefield and shit like that. And he said motherfuckers would get their leg blown off, their arms blown off, and they'll die not from getting their shit blown off, but from shock. After you look at it, you go into fucking shock, and it kills you like that. Like your heart fucking pretty much just stop beating because your body just goes into shock. But that's how they say. What he said, he told me like the way that they keep people from going in shock is to like move their face away from the wound so they can't see it after it
Yeah,
happens.
I'm about to say, don't look at that shit, bro.
No,
Oh,
no. And then the crazy other thing I saw was like they said that you get a condition called ghost hand, where like if you get your limb blown off, you feel like it's still there. Like you in your head, you think it's still there. So like you start getting pains in your hand and shit, where your hand used to be at least. Start getting pains where your hand used to be because your brain still thinks it's there.
damn.
It's
nah,
called
that's
ghost
crazy.
hand. I was like, God damn. Yeah, I chat GPT that shit. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, bro. I stopped doing crash out stuff like that a long time ago, bro.
But you and
Thankfully.
me both, bro. I stopped doing hood rat shit with my friends a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, facts. I'm gonna go. I'm thankful.
I'll take that old head fucking title proudly when it comes to shit like that. Yep, I'm old, nigga. I'm staying in the house. Thank you.
Bro, even bro, I'm afraid. You know them tiny fireworks that you just light and make like a loud noise, like a loud pop type shit. It's like a skinny little tube type of thing. It's someone pink, some red. Bro, I'm afraid to throw it up now. Like, and them, I know they won't blow my hand away, but it's still like
My
I don't
dude,
know, bro.
I was microwaving a White Castle burger yesterday, and I walked away from the microwave because I'm like, bro, I feel like this shit gonna blow up in my face. Like, I'm hella cautious about everything now, bro.
Same. Microwave a little bit too loud. Nah, I feel it every
For
time it's too
real.
loud. I feel. Now, but to be honest, I know you don't watch football too much, but JPP, a football player, he played for my football team. He blew his hand off like during
Ooh,
4th of
oh, I
July.
heard of that. Yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I heard about
and
that one.
and that was the off season before he was supposed to get paid too. So like that was
Yeah, I
a
heard
thing.
about that. That was fucked up.
That was a thing.
That was fucked up,
He
bro.
yeah, he still only got like 3 digits on his right hand. So.
3 digits is crazy.
But you, bro, I'm trying.
My nigga said
to
3
explain-
digits.
I tried to explain it in the most non-funny way.
And you explain it in the most funny way
That's
possible.
my God.
What the fuck?
You literally said 3 digits.
I ain't never heard
That's
that
like my
before.
favorite edge rush of all time. I tried to keep it respectful. Yeah, true.
What position did he play?
He played defensive end. We call it edge rusher because
Oh,
let's be
defensive
honest, he
end.
ain't playing against no
mean-
run. Yeah.
That shouldn't have fucked up his career though.
No, it didn't. It didn't. He's still activated afterwards. He won a championship with Tom Brady
Yeah, I was
afterwards.
about to say that shouldn't really fuck up his career though, because I mean, he ain't really catching too much in that position.
No, it's just grabbing. Like
Yeah.
he'd have a hard time getting sacks because he can't
true,
really
true,
tackle
true,
a quarterback against momentum type
Right,
shit. Yeah,
right,
you gotta
right,
you need
right.
kind of grip.
Yeah, no,
Yo,
But
realize
outside of that,
this
nah,
is
he's
until you miss it, bro.
bro, like they was talking about that. It was like you don't realize the littlest shit in life until it's gone. Like nobody realizes how important your hands actually are to you until that shit is blown off of your fucking wrist.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh man, and it's like crazy. My homie was here yesterday at my apartment, and because he's from Louisiana, and he was talking about this dude named Booby Black. This nigga I just seen his interview on. Yeah, his name is Booby Black. I was watching this interview on Black. Booty Black is crazy. I was watching this interview on Black. This dude got shot 17 times. 17 times. They had to remove his arm and was about to remove his leg, but then nigga told him no. I was like, God damn, bro.
That's twice 50 cent. The homie moving like 100 cent. You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Bro, you never heard about that kid in Newark that got shot like 32 times and survived?
No, I never heard about nothing
His
like
name
that.
is like Baby something. Hold on, let me see.
When was this?
This was a couple years ago.
All right, now, yeah, I've been stopped being abreast with North news, bro. I ain't about to lie.
Young Baby, that's his
Well,
name. Young Baby.
young baby,
He's from
I
Trenton,
don't
not
even
Newark.
know.
My bad.
Oh, no,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
He
I wouldn't even.
gained popularity for his single Back Then, where he sings about surviving being shot. 35 times. 35 times.
Bro, I remember when I still get traumatized by this story. Supposedly, a nigga, and this got nothing to do with blowing your hands off or nothing like that, bro. But just a Nork story. Gang supposedly got jumped and got stripped butt naked and had to walk home.
Oh, bro, that happens
Like,
more
and
than you
he had
think.
to walk home miles. Like,
Bro, that's not
this is
surprising to me. That's not news. I've seen that shit so many
God,
times,
man.
bro. You know, they get that shit from
Yeah.
Cameron off Paid in Full, bro.
Bro, after that, bro, it's like, bro, I could get jumped, but just don't strip me.
Yo,
Bro.
that's like OD all over the top, bro. Like, nah, that's over the top. You ain't gotta strip me, bro. You ain't gotta strip me, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
I'll
crazy.
come back and everybody's dead. I swear to God, bro. Like, just off of sheer embarrassment, everybody's done.
Oh man,
Bro, you have
that's
my wings
crazy.
just swinging all over fucking Newark, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Y'all all gotta die.
Nah, yeah, that's different. That's different.
Had my
Well,
open
I guess
hat
we'll
all
hop
over
into the
Newark.
pot.
Yeah.
We'll
All right,
hop into the
for
pot.
sure. My bad, guys. That was some Negro news. Negro news over.
Yeah, in fact, we could probably pick it up a little bit later. A little bit later. You know, got some more topics. Diddy got acquitted. Never mind. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up later.
Wait, before we do that, before we go on, I told y'all it was going to happen, didn't I? Remember we was talking about this last pod, and I told y'all he was
Oh
going to have
my
most of the
days.
charges. He was going to get, he was going to found not guilty for most of the charges, right? Didn't I say that? I was like, they going to hit him
Give
probably
us
with one or two.
give us a solid out. Give us a solid hour of board to talk. Then we back.
All right,
We
bet.
back
No,
at
I was
it.
just saying. I just had to be like,
I used to
yo,
call
free
it-
game was
call
right.
it-
I see what you mean.
All right,
All right, so I guess we pretty much gave predictions already, but to be honest, I can't even find them in the past podcast, so I ain't even trying to clip it.
I don't
But
even
I
think
guess
we did predictions, honestly. No, we haven't covered predictions yet, buddy.
I could have. We ain't doing with Mello.
I think we kind of did.
We
Not
probably
really.
did. Yeah,
Kinda.
we probably just glazed off of it, over it. Because the Power Mellow we was talking about started at like 80%.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a solid start. I got a couple clips about that. I guess we could probably talk about the clips for a second before we hop into that real quick. Oh, by the way,
For sure.
chat. By the way, if y'all didn't know, I've been uploading some clips this week, and I probably got I think 4 extras for the members only. I'm gonna be uploading extra clips for the members. Well, not extras. I'm gonna be uploading clips early for the members. I guess I'll make it public for the rest of you guys later. So if you guys want to be a member, you guys can get the clips early. But so far, we uploaded 3. They've been doing presentable. The first one though, a lot of people agreeing with Mello said. They saying that the Otsuki clan is garbage, bro. I don't know.
Trash.
I got to heavily disagree.
Trash. No, I'm agreeing with Mello. They're trash, bro.
I got to heavily disagree with that. I got
What's your
heavily
disagreement?
disagree.
Like, what's your main qualm with what he said?
I feel like we're just comparing them to elites, and we're not comparing them to the overall perspective of Naruto.
To the
Like,
elites, aren't they considered? Aren't they
Yeah.
supposed to be like the supreme beings in our Naruto? Aren't they supposed to be at the elite tier?
Yeah, but if we're considering them trash, it's like now we got to have a different conversation. It's like now we got to have a different. Are they
Yeah.
Konohamaru?
What's
Like,
your,
what are we doing here?
goddamn, not Konohama.
Well, one of the most.
What's your contentions with with them being trash? Like,
Well, one of the common comments that we did get on that clip was people were saying you can't soul the Otsutsuki. And not only that, Urashiki himself ran through multiple ninjas. We
Yeah, they did get jumped.
we gotta be realistic
they
here.
did get packed out. They did get jumped by a bunch of.
But that's the thing about it. It's like you pulling up on turf. Like what you expect, bro. It's not sweet out here. You feel me?
Exactly. Bro, if I pull up to your hood just one by myself, bro, y'all gonna jump me.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get hit from all sides, bro. Like so.
So yeah, they gotta get hit with the jump no jutsu. Like, come on, bro. You already flying down from the sky. What you talking about? Like,
Well, if I'm pulling up on a trash clan, I expect even the likes of Chocho to handle that. Like we not like these are a different class of trash. Like if we call them trash, we got to clarify. There's a
Recycle
different class of
trash, there you
trash.
it's like,
Recycle
yeah,
It's not even
bro.
recycled trash.
It's trash
Not
into
even
like
recycled
basically
trash.
what's to actually be expect. Like you not getting the job done. Like they just cappers basically. That's why they trash because they cappers. Like this like the eighth Otsutsuki and they still trying to plant the first divine fruit. You feel me? It's like come on, bro.
Nah, Chief. Nah, Chief. This right here, the trash outside of Dunkin' Donuts, where you might get a box of donuts and you never know. This that kind of trash, bro. This the trash outside of the gold shop, the extra gold shavings. We need all of them. What's the
Probably
problem? That's the
Popeyes,
kind of
bro.
trash we talking about.
Probably the trash outside of
Stop
Popeyes. You
it.
find yourself a couple wings, maybe a little
Stop it.
dry ass biscuit.
That's wild. Popeyes, you ain't gonna find no wings in their trash cans. You might find a couple of Newport packs.
Stop
This is
it.
backwards.
Some dry biscuits,
Stop
nigga.
it,
Like you
bro.
going, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Some biscuits you're gonna
But
need a
honestly,
whole bottle of water for.
honestly though, the Otsutsuki is like, with the exception of a few like moments, I wouldn't say they've been underwhelming, but in the grand scheme, like once you're soaked into the story, like you're a fan of the lore, and obviously you're a fan of like whatever the Otsutsuki brings, and for the most part, like most people will want to see like if we're gonna go that route, like more about the Otsutsuki, if we're gonna go deeply into that, connecting it to the Ten Tails, but within that like spectrum of like what their whole concept is, they're self-proclaimed gods. You feel me? They always are arrogant. They come down. You feel me? It's never been, other than the exception of half breeds with Hamura and Hagoromo. They all were really pretty much cocky. Probably the exception of Kaguya. She was kind of like obsessive and idle. I guess you could say for her, but like they're arrogant, cocky. So it's like you talk a big game, when you fall, like the talk is going to be bigger. That's just how it is.
But you still gotta put perspective onto it. I feel like it's like the NBA teams where it's like, if you put a super team together, it's like championship or bust, and if they don't win a championship, they trash. And you looking at regular teams that's going like 20 and 60, and you're just like, nah, they getting better. Nah, bro, to keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. They trash.
Nah, they are
Huh.
trash, bro. Like every one of them that come
That's the
down,
thing.
like
No accomplishment. Like I guess you could say Shibai accomplished something, but like what accomplishment
not
for the
on screen.
Otsutsuki could you consider like would be equivalent to a championship? They ain't doing nothing. They first round knockouts. If you ask me, they make it into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They first round knockouts.
I gotta
I
heavily
say-
disagree.
I
Most
would
old
say
two runners that came, they put in
I would
work.
say Ishiki made it to the conference finals. I would say that. And Momoshiki, he's just he's a consistent member each season. He's just pulling up, getting knocked out second round every year.
Momoshiki's season never ended, bro. We got to keep it 100.
That's all.
Momoshiki's season
He's
never
like he's
ended.
still here. He's like the dude like back when Paul George used to always run into LeBron. He couldn't make it. Or in our lives, it's like he's there, and then something happens, and then he got to start back over. It's like he's not making it though. Like Chris Paul.
He's a motherfucking bench player right now. What are we talking about?
Yes.
This nigga's been sidelined. He's injured, bro. Come on, stop playing.
He's entering.
Urashiki Akira's cat too.
He got a bet
Urashiki
contract.
Akira's cat too. Oh, that's true. I think Urashiki is one of the players that go crazy in the first 3 quarters and just go ghost in the fourth quarter
Bro, when
in
you
overtime.
gotta eat your eyes
Not
to
do
beat
nothing.
somebody, that's
Yeah.
like that's pure desperation. I don't even give him any props.
Yeah, Urashiki, he's like, he. I ain't even trying to diss nobody. He like, I don't know. I guess you could say like a Michael Porter Jr. or maybe even like a. I don't know, bro. It's just like you see it, but then it's like, okay, let's see it when it counts, and it don't. It's never there. You feel me?
The one thing that I have an issue with, and that's like a lot. It has to do. It's like the main trope with a lot of villains. It's like they get too cocky, bro, and then get taken out. Like that's their downfall. They like are too into themselves and think they're gods and shit, and then they end up getting taken out like fairly quickly.
Right.
That's probably like my
And that's-
only
Yeah,
issue.
And
that's
Loki,
low-key why I rock with Ishiki. Again, I feel like Ishiki Otsuki, he went to the finals, bro. We got to keep it 100.
I
He
give
went to
that-
the
I give
finals
him
and the
that.
refs pulled some BS. The refs rigged it. Barry Amor, nobody expect no Barry Amor to come out of
shit.
nowhere, bro. That came out of complete left field, bro. Stop it. The
was
refs.
I give
The rest
Ishiki
supposed to be
credit only because of his run when he was Jigen. He was moving like differently, and by the time he turned into Ishiki, like he didn't really have that much time. We started to see a different side of him, a more personalized side. Like he was desperate.
Mm.
He was still moving different, but like his run as Jigen, like I can't take that away. He was cold. That was a cold villain. Like no animosity in his heart.
Sorry, Hokage.
Like, very polite.
Stepping in your living room with my shoes.
You
on.
feel me? He's really real live out here just trying to get the job done, but he's taking his time. that's a whole different flaw on its own. But hey, that was a different approach. So that's why I rocked with Jigen. You feel me? And Ishiki, he was cocky still, but he got more cocky once he turned into Ishiki. I don't know. And
Yeah.
his life was running out. He got more cocky, and it was just different. And Momoshiki always been cocky. He just it's like sometimes you hate him, sometimes you love him, and it's like, but then nigga ain't like he's stuck in a 16-year-old body right now. Like he ain't got much going for him. He
Nah,
just thinking enough.
I rock with Momoshiki's confidence, bro. You got sometimes you gotta be irrationally confident,
Out
bro.
of all of the
I rock.
Otsutsuki, Momoshiki undoubtedly for me is the best one,
Yep.
hands down,
I agree. I agree. He's
You
hands
definitely
think
down.
number
so?
one.
He has to be because
I
like
But with Momoshiki, we've gotten more of Momoshiki than we have of any other Otsutsuki. Like even Kaguya and like the
yeah,
likes
true.
of like a
yeah,
Shiki or sorry,
facts,
not
facts.
Shiki. Yeah, Shiki. Shiki was like
But
real quick. He was like 2 episodes maybe done. No really backstory on him except for Kaguya uh, backdooring him. Other than that, we didn't get nothing on a Shiki. I mean, we didn't really get no backstory on Momoshiki either, but we got more of Momoshiki's personality, how he acts, how he reacts to things, than we got to any other Otsutsuki. We got to see him
Right.
like jump out of character when he got hella frustrated and stuff like that. When Boruto
Yeah.
didn't lose everything, like we got to see so many different aspects of Momoshiki that we didn't get from any other Otsutsuki. So I think that's like really like the upside of Momoshiki.
I mean, they gave Momoshiki was the only Otsutsuki for me personally. Like they gave him well, if you count Jigen, I ain't gonna lie, Jigen dog walked Naruto and
Oh
Sasuke,
yeah,
so like that absolute W. But like I ain't gonna lie, Momoshiki had wins and losses throughout his run. Like he destroyed the village, he abducted Naruto, you feel me? He had people scrambling and rambling. Like without Sasuke, they would have been like, dang, no Naruto.
no Diddy, I
Um,
had you scrambling and
you feel
scraping,
me? Like,
daddy.
oh,
That's all I could
yeah,
think of when you said that, bro.
that's crazy. But nah, bro, nah, for real. He would have been like, you know what I'm saying? He would have had some things done, and then he took losses. Obviously, after they whooped him, they jumped him, jumped no jutsu, and then he took out Sasuke's rent. Like that's a big piece. Like he took out Sasuke's rent. Like Momoshiki got some damage done, bro. He got some damage done. So it's not like it's like with Ishiki, other than whooping on Naruto and Sasuke, a lot of people, and I see a lot of people in the fandom like to split Ishiki and Jigen and be like, oh, that's Cat, that was just Jigen. Even though they understand like the dynamic between the two characters. But I get it, because once Ishiki popped up, like I said, he just changed completely. He became more desperate and more cocky, first of all.
yeah.
Kaguya was silent, you feel me? It wasn't really much to her. Niggas fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Niggas who fuck with her probably because she bad, bro. Like honestly. So other than that,
You can't
what we
keep it a
got?
buck. I
You gotta
respect
keep
it.
it in a
Gotta
bucket. Just keep
respect
it in
it.
a beanie, bro. Hagoromo's cold. Probably I'll probably say he's the most respectable one, right? So if we not counting Boruto and Kawaki, who I would be like, those the saving graces of the clan. You know, Hagoromo, um, Indra and Ashura, if they didn't abandon the name to Uchiha Uzumaki, but Indra and Ashura Otsutsuki, I guess you could say they was okay. I think they kind of fallen more in like the Shishui route, like the overrated route, but they still were like, you know, they were OGs, but bro, ain't really much, ain't really shit to the clan. Like Momoshiki, Kawaki, and Boruto, like them niggas the saving grace, bro, for real. And Jigen was
Mm.
like a glimpse of hope. He was like a high in the middle of a drought. Cause it's like getting trash. I ain't going like I'm just saying the trash just to say trash. But you know, mediocre. Then Jigen gives us light, then mediocre. But Momoshiki's been consistent throughout it. So it ain't really
Mm.
any other Otsutsuki other than him.
How you see Tonetti? You see we put Tonetti.
He's a simp. He's a simp. It's
That's
really not much. Bro tried to like literally. First of all, you kidnapped Shorty's sister. Bad play. You could have just like really played major defense and tried to scoop Hinata up from Naruto. They wasn't even together at the time, but still, bad play. You scooped up Shorty's sister. And then instead of spitting game, you try to puppeteer her and kidnap her. It's like, come on, bro. And then you talking about something we finna get married. You do steal her sister's eyes.
no,
And
yeah.
you're like, come on, bro. I mean, it was cool. I love the movie, don't get me wrong. But like Toneri, like, without that whole Jogan shit and popping up in Boruto's dream, he's damn near half the niggas probably forgot about him. Like Boruto again, his connection to Boruto, that's his saving grace. You feel me? But even then, like Oroshiki pulled up and no diff this man. Like, come on, bro, trash. Come on.
I see what you. I won't necessarily disagree with your rankings. I just got a couple of differences. To me, my favorite one is probably going to be Ishiki Otsutsuki. I do kind of consider Jigen as Ishiki, but I do kind of get the argument where it's kind of different personalities, different styles. So the reason why I put Ishiki there is because Ishiki was actually alive inside the brain or inside the skull. Let's say that
Oh yeah,
inside
for
the
sure.
skull of Jigen and actually
Yeah.
controlling him. So yeah, so I do kind of consider that Ishiki, even though it's like a significantly weaker Ishiki. But like the reason why I like Ishiki so much, he was like one of the only Otsutsuki members that had a legitimate plan, and I feel like his plan was only foiled because of some like asshole writer stuff, like giving Naruto a baryon mode. His plan was so foolproof. He knew there were snakes in his organization, and he watched it play out. Like that's how foolproof his plan was. If it wasn't for baryon mode, like because that, and not only that, not only did he have a plan, he knew his opposition. Like he studied them. It wasn't just like, hey, I'm specifically studying them, but he knew of Earth. He knew of jutsus. He wasn't like a regular Otsutsu member that just relied on strength and power and stuff like that. Of course, one of the first Otsutsu members to show us the divine arts, the senjutsu and stuff. Not senjutsu. I forgot the actual name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the first person to show that off. And not only that, like this was like a dope scene to me. Like at the fight when he was actually in Jigen form and he fought against Naruto and Sasuke, he was calling out the Amaterasu, he was calling out the Susanoo, and
Those
not only
moments are
that,
his
he was
saving
aura
grace,
form.
definitely. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and not only that, like the aura farm moments that he had, like he literally went through the Susanoo like it was a piece of tissue paper, bro. Like summoned some wine while he was destroying my guy Kasa and Koji. Like come on. There's certain moments from Ishiki, I gotta put him at number one. And it's not only that, the power level as well. You gotta understand. The stronger you are, the more likable a person or a character is likely going to be. Especially for me, I like super overpowered characters. I like Gar the first time I seen him. I like Todoroki from My Hero Academia. So super
Right.
overpowered characters I like. And Ishiki Otsutsuki, like he was essentially that in Otsutsuki form. So I really like that. Momoshiki, the difference from I kind of get y'all points where I say Momoshiki had a lot more screen time in the series, so like there's a lot more chance for him to ingratiate himself with the fan base. I would also like put a caveat: him having more screen time gives him a chance for the writers, not the writers, for the fans to be sick of his character. Like, kind of like how we were with Code. Like I feel like
Right.
if Code like I died, like let's say at bump a fight. Let's just say he doesn't even fight and he dies. They'd be so much Code fans on Twitter right now, bro. Profile pictures still that. Imagine if he died some aura in some way that just built his aura or something like that. He sacrificed
Right.
himself for the sake of Jigen or something like that way before he even died. Like that would have been fire. That would, and of course, people would have loved him. So I feel like it is a double-edged sword with Momoshiki, and I gotta respect the fact that he kept his aura. He kept his mystique. So like I rock with it, but I still say Ishiki number one.
I'll say I rock with Momoshiki, bro. He pops up, bro. He always gonna have something to say. He popping up, he's talking trash. You feel me? He saw Code. He's like, bro, your karma can't even can that thing absorb jutsu, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, how you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. You feel me? He's stopping time and he's like, yo, Boruto, bro, what do you like? Switch places with me, bro. Like, I just like every time he pulls up is just so it's fire. It's like it's a majestic vibe that you would kind of get with the Ishiki and Jigen that I appreciate with that character. But then once you see Momoshiki in action, it's like this dude's he's a beast. Like he's a savage. He's a monster, bro. Literally a monster. Like and
yeah, for
yeah, I think he has. It's like I don't know. I just see it. I just see it there, and then ultimately his goal too. I think it's why I also would like him better is just like his goal is to eventually get the chakra full once he acquires either Boruto or Kawaki and go back to the clan, bro. Like I'm trying to see who this nigga finna report to. You feel me? He still got that in the book. So until he, I don't know. I can't even see like because even with the way his character goes, once he returns, whatever reason they give us for his silence, it's gonna work. It's gonna make sense for the character. Momoshiki has showed traits of being very like young and impatient, but also mature and learning. Like in terms of the clan, he's obviously been alive for thousands of years. But in terms of the age spectrum of the clan, I would probably say Momoshiki's in his young 20s. You feel me? He probably fought Naruto as like maybe he's 17, 18-year-old Otsutsuki. You feel me? So he probably thinks in the capacity, at least for an Otsutsuki member, as like a child or like, a young adult. And as young adults coming up, it's like, what's the name? I was just watching this Marvel show, Hawkeye. And shout out Hawkeye. But yes, Shorty's mom has said something to her. Kate Bishop, one of the main characters of the show. It was like, people, it's two types of people who think they're invisible in the world, either very young or very rich. And she happened to be both, which is, basically twice the trouble. But basically, in Momoshiki's sense, like, he's young, he's arrogant. And as young and coming up, we already think we're invincible. Nobody thinks about like how life is gonna, be, or what they can do with their time. You're just thinking about shit, what's the move today? And how, if you got that ego, like how great of a person or how much you can do or like how good you feel about yourself. Just come with being young. And Momoshiki obviously has that type of arrogance, especially when we see what the relationship he had between Kenshiki and Urashiki. So it was just like, I feel like he's young and upcoming, he's maturing. And this interaction with Boruto, specifically like the Uzumaki and Uchiha families that he come across on Earth, it was very life-changing for him. When we're seeing him like undergo changes, because he was very rash. When he first pulled up in the Chunin exams, he wasn't like the same Momoshiki that we see now. That's very, he's a thinker, he's patient at times, and he pops up at the perfect moments, and he does the little things. Like the time when he freed Kawaki and everybody had Kawaki cornered in the village. He simply just popped up just to do that and then retracted until he saw another moment arise. Like, so I appreciate that much for the character. You said what's up?
No, I was agreeing with you. He's mad stoic now.
Yeah, and so and stuff like that. But then you still see like some of those childish traits root back to him. So that's why I think I appreciate Momoshiki more, because we're going to see more growth in his character. And Ishiki comes off as like an old man, like within the age spectrum of Otsutsuki. He's probably in his 40s, and Momoshiki's like 20, 21. I don't think he's older than like a 21-year-old would be considered in our age. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And like I always, now that you're bringing up that point, I always say that I don't really want to see Momoshiki and Boruto become friends, but that'd be like a real big character development for Momoshiki. Now that I'm thinking about it, like
he's still like learning. In his sense, because obviously he thinks of humans as pigs and gods. He knows more than the ninjas within the story. Nigga don't know more than me now, cat. But he knows more than the ninjas and stuff in the story. So obviously, to like a ninja, he would seem like majestic and godly, but like to other Tsuki, it's like, nigga, you learned that in class, like like 500 years ago. Like we know where you learned that information from. Stop capping.
We learned that in third grade Osuski school, bro. What the fuck
you feel me? So,
nah,
but I rock with. I would say respectably, Ishiki and Momoshiki. I think those are definitely top two contenders.
Somebody in the comments.
Jigen definitely, like Ishiki, like you said, Jigen had so many aura moments, bro. Like for a minute, I was like, yeah, this nigga Jigen too. I want him to complete the plan.
Nah,
fuck it, we're Boruto at.
Honestly, I really like. I think I said this on like an older pod. I think Jigen's like lifespan on Boruto was like really short lived. They should have like spaced his spaced him out a little bit more. He should have been more of a what am I trying to say here? He should have been.
Man, Jigen should have been the Otsutsuki. Or man, if they should have just kept the same aura with Ishiki. Like, but I get it. He had 24 hours left to live, so you can't just be. I mean, he was chilling and sipping wine on Kashikoji's head, but I was gonna say he can't be just chilling and sipping wine when you got that much time. But that's exactly
24 hours is a long time to complete your plan when you're supposed to be the strongest person on the planet.
Shit, strongest person on the planet. Nah, you telling me 24 hours? I'm gonna hold off on that wine until after my celebratory.
Nah, bro, I'm hella nervous, bro. You tell me I only got 24 hours to live. That's probably the first thing I'm gonna have to do is sip a glass of wine.
You need to drink to settle the nerves.
Settle the nerves, bro, so I can go kick some ass. No, I get it, bro. I get why he sipped that wine. Shit, nerves was fucked up. Somebody tell you got 24 hours to live, and then a nigga beat the brakes off of you and knock off some of your lifespan. Like, what?
Word too.
I was just watching the English dub, and like since I already saw everything, I kind of only skipped to my favorite episodes. So like, of course, I watched the Naruto Sasuke versus Jigen fight. Mm-hmm. I was going to watch the Shiki fight, but I ended up watching it on YouTube. But bro,
put that fight on my screen right now.
The dub is so fucking different to me. I don't know. Like I want to just. It's gonna take me hella time if I wanted to do that. Like compare and contrast dub versus sub and what they say in it. Cause I be feeling like some of the shit
I
that's
used to,
stated in a dub is not the same as a sub. Like
No, it's
Sasuke
not.
sound
I
like a
mean, it's hard to
scientist in a
translate.
dub. He sound like somebody's college professor.
Cool.
I
Sasuke,
used to make YouTube videos like that.
Nah,
okay.
Sasuke's voice in the dub sounds. I mean, I don't think it's the same voice actor, but it sounds pretty like. I'm on like episode like in the dub because I'm rewatching Boruto dub. I'm in like the Hozuki Castle part, so I don't even know what the main niggas sound like for real in the dub. Like the
That's the thing though.
powerful.
Are you watching it like Are you watching in an order or are you just like skipping around? So I'm just skipping around.
I'm watching it in order, but I'm watching like the manga stuff and like arcs that are like I watched the like I said, I'm watching the Hozuki Castle. That's not in the manga, so I'm watching that arc and the arcs I watched previously. Like I
So like
skipped them.
arcs adjacent to the manga.
Yeah, but I also, I mean, because I
So, like
watched
you
like I
watch.
ain't gonna cap. I watched the first 30 episodes faithfully. Like I watched the
Mm,
Academy stuff with Sumire, the Sarada stuff,
Fuck all
and
that.
then once,
for sure.
yeah, and then but once we got past like the Naruto Gaiden, like the Sarada stuff, I skipped up
Mm.
until the Chunin exams. I watched the Chunin exams, and then I skipped. I wanted to watch the Juga arc. I ain't gonna cap. I started it, but then I was like, yeah, fuck this.
What arc?
Yeah, I skipped to the
The
Hozuki.
Ego arc.
No. And then I skipped to the flashback arc. That's the last arc I just watched. And then I just started the Hozuki Castle
Yeah.
arc with
And I'm
Urashiki.
so yeah. No, yeah, I get
Which
what
is
you're
why I
doing. So
know how
you'd
he's so
probably watch
trash. Because I
Okada.
just seen that shit, man.
No, I get what you're doing. So you'd probably watch the Kata actuation arc, right?
I'm not on that part yet. It's
With
after
Deepa?
this one. After
No,
this,
yeah, but I'm saying like for like, but you would like hypothetically, like because it's not too much filler.
oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna watch that. And I want to see it in English. And Deepa is, I also wanted to bring that up earlier because it came to my mind, but I was speaking on a different point. Like, Deepa's also a good villain in terms of like, because a lot of the arrogant villains we see in Boruto, like Deepa's arrogance doesn't necessarily come from like, I don't really know how to take it because once I haven't rewatched the arc yet, but there's a lot of moments in the episode where we see him acting so different, like so like kind of like to himself and calm, and then other moments he's acting very erratic, and it's like, dang, bro,
Mm.
I don't know, bro, and I'm
Like
pretty
when
sure
he
like
didn't
the
kill
character had like a
Shinky and
love.
I can't remember who it was. When he just walked away instead of killing Shinky, whoever he was with.
Yeah, he walked right past Shikadai and them after he already killed everybody in the bar because he didn't like the food.
The food, yeah.
And I was like, man, and it was like that food, that whole shit had him fucked up for like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Until he started acting erratic. I was like, damn, he was still fucked up off of that food shit. I was like, damn. So,
That man got a raw burger and was not having it.
he was not having it, bro.
Nigga said, I like my steak well done, not medium
That's
rare.
just interesting, bro. He wasn't like a typical Boruto villain because the Boruto villains, regardless of their goals, it's like they're arrogant and strong, at least in the sense of the arc. Whether it be like whoever has to face them or defeat them, they're likely going to be overpowered, like compared to the whoever has to take them down. So those are the two things for most of them. They're arrogant and strong. And Deepa's arrogance came. I mean, it came from like the fact that obviously he had the hardest material in the world surrounding his body, but like he was milking it. Pause. He was milking niggas as he was like, you feel me? He was getting shit done like
Bro, he was mixing
daily. Like
everybody up.
it's just a sad thing. Like I feel like his potential was wasted because he out here working under Victor. If Jigen was sending this nigga out on hits, imagine he sent Deepa to go do Koji's job, right, and
Bro,
figure out who the mole is.
man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Well, he was an outsider, right? Deepa? Deepa was an outsider, right?
No, he was an
He was an
outsider,
inner.
bro. He was here.
He
I
was
thought Deeper was because Deeper was never in any of the insider meetings, but there was another
Deeper was
insider that we never seen.
But he was dead.
He was an anime only inner, but he was an inner.
Yeah.
He and Victor were the two inners that the
So like
arc
you
was
put
about.
you put Deepa on the same level as that chick that had like the artificial genjutsu that had Boruto in him, like in that Squid Games episode.
She was an inner too.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
Amato
Like you
mentioned
put them on the
her.
same playing field because she was an anime only inner. You never saw her in the manga.
Yeah.
Like when that
I mean,
anime
yeah,
episode
the-
came up, I was so fucking confused. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Even with her though, I appreciate her character because like it was cool. And by the time she got done being modified on, like she got kicked out the Kara organization anyway. Like she was a former member, but she was considered like all the inner. Everybody got operated on, but all the inners were numbered. And they had special roles within the organization. And Deepa and Victor were the last two. Like Victor was a one-off in the manga, but Deepa and Victor's whole thing was like they're 1-2 together because they both collided to help Kawaki escape from the organization. Right. Deepa only did it because Victor was building an artificial fruit and he wanted to taste it because it's like the chocolate fruit must be the greatest thing you can taste in all the world. So it's like, why not try to taste that shit? That's
This
why I'm
thing
like, damn, this nigga Deeper Loki, like I mean,
Deeper was
fucked
a
up
munch,
goals and ambitions.
nigga.
So like, shit, he's a real nigga, Loki.
Deeper was a munch, nigga.
No, I can't. Pause. No, they should have
That's
dove into
crazy. That
What,
nigga
bro? His whole
They
character
should have
was
dove
built
into
on
his
eating,
lore.
bro.
bro.
Munch.
You called that nigga a munch. Nah, Deeper was a real
Yeah, for
one,
sure.
bro.
Deeper was a munch, nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
but I kind of look at Deeper differently than other Kata Inside or the anime only Kata Inside. Now I get where you're coming from. They weren't, but I don't. Deeper couldn't have been in the manga because he died before we seen the means.
you said you
Yeah,
get
he
what
But
died.
I
get what
kind of
we
get
saying
what
He
because he's a
died before
munch.
that. Because that first meeting in the manga was about the Kawaki blip crash, and Deepa's whole
yeah,
thing was before the crash and leading up to it. He died. I
yeah,
think. Yeah, he died after like before Victor even got smoked by Kashin Koji. So
Kashin Koji.
yeah. Chapter 16.
I thought that was Orochimaru that smoked him.
that smoked Victor.
Oh,
No,
Deeper.
Yeah,
Kashin Koji
Victor.
smoked him. No, remember Victor survived whatever Orochimaru did, and then remember they went to the meeting, and then Victor was about to start planning again from the top, and then Kashin Koji popped up in the village
Right.
and burnt that dude.
I gotta watch that shit
Oh
again, bro.
yeah,
You're
that
right,
happened
you're
in the
right.
manga.
And in the
You
manga, that's
talking
how they
about that?
started off.
I thought
That's
she was
how they
talking
started
about.
it
I
off.
thought she was like. I thought she got it mixed up with Al. That's the only person I can remember Kashin Koji often.
Nah, Kashin Koji.
Nah, I think you got it mixed up with the outsider that got Hakkai'd by Orochimaru.
Yeah.
The bad John?
Yeah.
That was Victor's assistant that got Hakai.
Bro, calling out a Hakai is crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, no,
It's basically what it was.
He erased that bitch for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of the few times I
Essentially.
think Boruto's ever done another like instant replay like 3 times in an episode. Like I don't think they've ever done that before. Like because they played it, they showed that thing from like four different angles.
They did a replay and didn't explain it. We still don't know how that mechanic works.
We don't know what he did. We just saw swipes, and she just turned into nothing. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Like this, if this nigga is just erasing people from existence, he should be out there on the field. Like he should be the one fighting the
On the
Shiki.
front line.
For real, he should have been in that Jigen fight, bro. Like he should definitely be in the field. What the hell is bro doing?
We could use that against Jura. What's the
For
problem?
real, bro. Like,
That boy Yamato got him. He said, "No, you can't."
you're breaking up, gang.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah,
you hear me
you
now?
said Yamato did what?
I said that boy Yamato got him on lock. No, like you don't know.
Oh yeah, Orochimaru.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, shit. Yamato let him out to go fucking face Victor, and what was going on with that artificial god tree? You got more bigger fish to fry. Why not let out the motherfucking the MVP?
I'm pretty sure that nigga snuck out. Yamato's sweet.
That nigga was sleep.
I'm pretty sure he snuck out.
No, I don't know.
You're
know.
fine.
But when the sensory ninjas, I mean, they suck. Never mind.
He said,
Scratch that.
Nah, we're talking about Orochimaru here now. Come on.
"Yeah, I was saying
Orochimaru.
either way."
Turn, get one of them small snakes and just do it reverse summoning after they leave the village. Like we know what's going on.
Oh, bro, I was watching this video, right? So it's a different topic. So I don't know if y'all was finished talking about that or not.
Nah, yeah, it was done.
Okay, so I was watching this this little short because I've been getting a lot of shorts that pop up. And by the way, whoever making these shorts, can you stop adding AI voice? Because if I hear Naruto and the fucked up names one more time, I'm throwing my phone. But, bro, they called bro Mitsuki. I was like, who the fuck is Mitsuki?
Maybe they can't speak English. I be hating
Right.
that shit too, but then I'll be like, damn, maybe they want to speak English so it can reach a wider audience.
Fuck that. Saying Miski is
Nah,
as
yeah.
English as you gonna get, bro. Like, ain't no way that you
He
just
said,
fucking
fuck
up
it.
names.
If you watch an anime, you used to
This
subtitles, but just watch this shit in my language. They go from subtitles.
Nah, but this what I was talking about when I said all the good AI users going to go to the top, cream rise to the top. There's certain pronunciate or certain words you can put in where the AI actually says Sasuke and Naruto, but it's just not spelled actually Sasuke
You gotta
and
spell it
Naruto. It's
differently.
spelled some different. Yeah,
Yeah. Nah,
they just don't know it yet. They're not that skilled yet. Type shit.
Oh, I get it because when
Yeah,
I was using
it's
AI
like
to do shit, I had to spell names differently so I can say the shit right.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's how you gotta run with it.
Yeah, so they gotta spell them. I don't even know how he would spell.
Probably like NOR something like that. Something I don't know. Instead of an A in Naruto, replace with an O or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
But
don't know. If I play with it for like a solid 5 minutes, I get it. But I never tried that.
it's
I
niggas.
just
It's
don't.
really
I
people who
don't
will
think,
call him
bro.
Naruto though. So I don't know, bro.
I don't. I was about to say, like, you hear it. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Because it's like, if you introduce yourself as, like, hey, my name is Free Game, ain't nobody finna be like, all right, Fredrum. They be like, yo, Fredrum, what's up, Fredrum? It's
Yo,
like,
fuck that.
you hear the
Retro.
show say Naruto. Naruto. Not, you like, yeah, my guy, Naruto.
Bruh, fuck that.
Naruto.
I work with bankers all day, right? And like, it's still like a call center type vibe and shit. So this one banker called it. My real name is Ali, right? I was like, yo, this is Ali on the monitor recorded line. This bitch said, hi, you doing, Tyrone? I was like, bitch, I ain't no way you got Tyrone out of that. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's AI.
And didn't even
Nah,
like
no.
didn't even skip a beat though. They didn't say that's your right name or anything. It's like, oh, how you doing, Tyrone? Oh, so I was like, what the fuck?
I would have been like, no, sir, that's cap, because I didn't even have a T in that. What the
Not
fuck?
a T in sight, bro.
That gotta be racist, right?
Racist as fuck.
He
She
just
gave me
heard
the
a black
blackest
person,
name,
just like,
bro.
all right, fuck.
Tyrone. That's,
Yeah,
I ain't never heard of another race with a nigga named Tyrone in it, bro. So like, I was just like, okay,
Nah, yeah.
all right. I would call this lady racist if she wasn't looking me if she was looking me straight in my face. But no, the point of what I was trying to make is
Tyrone?
my bad. Go ahead.
Mm.
No, you was about to say
Oh
something.
no, I was about to make a joke. Tyrone used to be that bald head nigga that used to be slapping people. I
Bro,
forgot.
Yeah, I was
Forgot
about to say. Tyrone, bro.
what happened to Tyrone, bro? That's crazy that you bring that, bro. Hit that
Oh
nigga.
no.
It was back in those fine days,
Oh
bro.
no.
My stepdad name is
Yeah,
Tyrone.
fact.
Nah, the reason why I brought that up though, we was talking about AI and all that stuff. The reason why I brought that up is because I saw an interesting video. It was like, who has the best regeneration abilities? Or, and did I say that right? Regeneration? That's how you say it, right? Regenerative abilities. My bad, not generation abilities. Who has the best regenerative abilities out of Naruto and Hashirama?
Shit, I was about to. I thought you were about to ask if 4K got some regeneration. I wish. I'd say
Well, for actually, I
Hashirama,
doubt that
right?
nigga's gonna grow another limb, bro. I don't know.
Naruto and Hashirama? That's a good question.
Well, like
Because I
he
ain't
made a
gonna
good
cap.
point, and he said that like both of them, they like their limits is regrowing another limb. Not one of them was able to grow another limb. Hashirama wasn't. Well, he was already dead though, so I don't know how much that would count because he was already reanimated at the time when he lost a limb. But Naruto lost his arm and wasn't able to regenerate it. But he can regenerate organs and all types of shit like deep ass wounds, but he can't regenerate.
I ain't gonna cap though. But like Hashirama, like nigga, Madara was like, bro, this nigga, you know those memes where it's like the clips of Madara glazing Hashirama,
Yeah.
like he can weave jutsu without
Yeah.
even touching a single sign. Like I ain't gonna cap, bro. They was really on some like the Hashirama cells could even heal. Like he was so good at healing, bro. Didn't even need to perform it no more. Like for the rest of his life, he could just heal. And they started taking bro's cells and be like, yeah, we did. Like I ain't gonna cap. No Kurama, I doubt
I've
niggas is looking for Naruto cells.
Yeah,
You feel
and
me?
I
nah.
don't think that
It's
Naruto can
it's a different.
regenerate though without the help of Kurama. That's like
Yeah,
another like downside of
yeah.
Naruto's
I gotta
regeneration
get into
abilities.
Hashirama because his shit is just like pure and authentic. It's like and it's good. It's not even the fact that Naruto got his from Kurama. It's just that Hashirama can heal. Like she already Tsunade was out here using a whole jutsu, the Mekagnen regenerative jutsu, and Madara still said, damn, you still ain't healing better than Hashirama. Like
Facts.
it's fast, but not as fast as Hashirama. I'm like, damn, like this nigga Hashirama can heal.
Nah, facts.
Nah,
That's facts.
what I would say is I feel like not Hashirama. Madara got that type of magic. I said magic. Michael Jordan lore where he does one thing and everybody thinks it's like the greatest thing of all time. Naruto could heal himself without moving hand signs either. Like we know this, like, and it was just like a regular thing. Like he used to heal like what's called the slash from Shinichia. Was that to like a vital spot? I forgot. I don't even know.
I mean, it stabbed him in the stomach. The stomach
Yeah.
is like it's leaky.
I get stabbed in the stomach. It's
Yeah, and and as soon as he pulled the sword out, it just healed like instantly. No hand signs, no nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
and
instantly.
another thing that I mean, we already said that like you can get healed with Hashirama cells, but if I'm not mistaken, Naruto is able to heal people with his chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kurama's chakra, but
Well,
yeah.
that's you know what I mean though. Like he engulfs them in Kurama's chakra and it heals their wounds and shit. So
I mean, once you get to the stage of six pack shit, like when he did to Kakashi's eye, I
Yeah,
don't
true.
think Hashirama could do that. So that's next level. But like bases like surface level, like even today, like I don't like Hashirama died, bro. Like they use this man cells 30 years. Like this is Boruto's
Yeah, he's
age,
in.
bro.
I was about to say he's in
We
the
had a
Boruto era, and they still
we
trying to
had
get
a
bro
whole
cells.
arc about this man's cells, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
acquiring this man's still like this nigga can heal.
Yeah, and then like
A quick question.
his cells was fucking people up too. It was like it wasn't even like you get the cells and like you just good from then on. You got to know how to actually use them.
Use them. And it's like
Yeah,
you
it
get
was like
power
a
and
90% death
regenerate.
rate.
90%, yes. Motherfuckers was
You
dropping
get, but
dead.
you get power
Death
and you
rate.
can regenerate off of his cells. Like, come on, bro. Naruto can heal you with his chakra, but I doubt if you take some of Naruto's blood or his cells. Maybe you might get some Kurama. Maybe you might get some fox hair. I don't know, some type of
Nah,
mutation
yeah,
down there. But these niggas is getting
I
power
would,
and
yeah.
regenerations
I mean,
just from his cells.
remember with Ginkaku and whatever his name is. I can't remember the twins' names or whatever.
Yeah,
They was like
Green
yeah, they was in like Kurama's belly, like eat munching. Okay,
He and his chakra,
my
yeah,
bad.
they ate their
I called Deepa a munch. No. Ginkaku and his brother is fucking munches, bro. They ate themselves out of Kurama's belly and had like their own chakra modes.
That's crazy.
That shit
Yeah,
was
yeah,
insane.
legit
they were
munches.
affected by the
Legit
chakra,
munch.
but they
You
was
gotta
actually
respect it.
injected.
Yeah, you gotta respect it.
You gotta respect it. You get eat by karma, like you gotta do something. They weren't even
Niggas,
trying to get. Well, no, they were trying to get the powers. I forgot. That's the whole reason why they got eaten. That's that
Yeah.
they was
was the
trying
whole
to
reason why
capture.
they
They was
got
trying to
eaten.
make the Nine Tails the Jinchuriki for the Cloud Village,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't. But then
They
the
want some
twins
dumb
came
shit.
back later with some. Hey,
Yeah, and then I don't know.
Imagine.
I was wondering why ain't more people do that shit. I'm like, bro, I'll be trying to get ate by Karama
hey,
on
too
purpose,
many
bro.
people could survive. That's why.
Oh, I'm about to say, bro, if I heard a nigga got a KCM mode, nigga, from eating, oh shit, that sounds weird, eating their cells
Hold on.
out of Karama. Oh wow, shit, how can I phrase this without it being sexual? Sheesh, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
I quit. I
Rock
quit. Y'all
out.
go
Rock
ahead.
out.
No, I quit. Fuck
All
it. Go
right.
ahead.
No,
I
what
was
I say
say,
is
I'm pretty sure.
Karma
Yeah,
wasn't
there you
killing.
go.
Karma
Ginkaku
wasn't
and
just eating
Ginkaku were
people.
related to. They're like descendants of Hagoromo, so that's why they didn't die
Oh, yeah.
from the encounter.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
No, what's it called? Karma was a demon. He was actually stabbing people with his nails. I was about to say toenails. He was stabbing people with his nails before he ate them. Like,
That's how
it
Naruto's
wasn't just.
parents went out. The good old fashioned.
Mhm. It wasn't no
Good old
you're
fashioned
guaranteed that
toenail.
all he gonna do is swallow you whole. Nah, all the respect.
I don't think that he just like was that. That was like his way of eating people, though. I just think she got stabbed by a toenail, bro. I don't know. I don't think that was like
No,
his.
I'm saying it's not a guarantee that Karma is gonna think, nah, I'm just gonna swallow you whole. He could do a whole bunch. He could probably throw out a tail beast bomb on you. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't just be saying, all right, I'm about to confront Karma, wish for
Yeah,
the
they just
best.
glazed. I ain't gonna lie. When they was telling the story during the war arc, they just glazed over. They were just like Kurama ended up swallowing them whole. And they just went. They was just went into detail that them niggas survived for weeks while eating off the flesh, and then he pooped them out. That's what happened.
Damn,
He
that
had to
came
get
out
rid
the
of
ass, bro. That's crazy.
it.
That's a crazy way to enter and exit, bro. I'm
He pooped
cool.
them out because they didn't die or digest. So,
Bro is
you know
a
what he
whole
did.
ball of chakra. What are you doing having a digestive system? Damn, fucking Naruto's insides is probably filthy.
They probably didn't even have to use it though.
Wait, what?
I say he probably didn't even have to use it while he's in his mind. Maybe not.
True. I don't know. He was like his everything was sealed in Naruto. I don't know. You probably right though, but it seems like he was in some type of
Nigga, that
manifestation.
nigga, get that nigga a little grass pit to go do his business in the back.
Because like most of the time when he pop out, like when Naruto is fighting Jigen, he pops out as like pure chakra. He doesn't pop out as like a manifested fox. Yeah, he's just like pure chakra. Or you see his energy.
He only did that. He only did that once versus Toneri. Just popped up outside.
Nah, he did that when he was talking to Naruto too, and then he do that when he was talking to Kawaki while Naruto was knocked the fuck out.
I mean, he popped up his head. His head was covering Naruto's body. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he always pops up as this like a pure form of chakra. He doesn't pop out like in his furry Kurama mode.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I think that's only when he's inside of Naruto's head. I mean, I guess I think that's just I don't know Kishimoto's way of doing it because
Yeah.
after he gets the full nine tails, there's no reason why it should still be the chocolate, but it's just probably like showing Naruto's chocolate control. He can make a chocolate boat instead
Brother,
of
you,
swimming in
you
the
got
food.
the worst microphone right now. It's like you chewing that
Oh, my
shit.
shit breaking up.
Yeah, it sounded like you had your whole mic in your mouth.
Yeah, like that last sentence. Or
Yeah,
not
it
even
was like
last sentence, like last 3 4 words type shit.
that's all.
Now you can hear me. It's good now, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Like you be good. It's just like when you start talking, sometimes like you'll start cutting out or like your
Now I
voice
think
will
it's
mix
because
in
of
and out.
this. My plug inside of the thing, it's loose. That's connected to my phone. So I guess whenever
Mm,
it's like, yeah,
yeah, I had to
Yeah,
get
I
a
feel
whole
you.
mic after that shit started happening to me.
I just unplugged it. Nah, the thing the adapter I connect to my phone. Ironically, I had messed it up when I was trying to plug it in at first. So like when I plug it in, like to charge my phone or to do anything, it's loose.
You know what you should
So I
get? You should get one of those wireless microphones, the ones that people be putting on their shirts when they're going out interviewing people and outside.
that's what I got. This shit is,
Oh, that's
but
what you
I got
got.
yeah, but you got to connect like the thing to your phone or to whatever thing you want it to connect to, like to Bluetooth that sound.
Oh, it's like a piece that goes into it. Because I never got one. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro, I'm gonna start interviewing people
yeah. So the
outside.
piece that goes into it normally has like a charger on the side or a charger part
Oh,
on
you
the
sound
bottom.
way
So like,
different now.
huh?
No, I was saying you sound way different now. Like, you sound a lot clearer.
Yeah, because I took it out. That's what I'm saying. The piece normally has like a charger thing on like the side or bottom where, like, obviously, if you have to charge your device while you're using the mic, so you don't have to unplug it,
Mm-hmm.
so you could just charge it while it's there. So,
Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
why.
get me one of those. I'm telling you, I'm about to start interviewing people outside, drunk hoes, bro. When you go out to the club, like out to where they be partying at. All right, let me get a 360. Can I touch
You
it?
said, "Let me get a 360."
does it does it clap, bro? You ever seen that dude who do the videos like that? He was like, does it
I've
clap?
seen a lot of videos. I
Can
ain't
I
gonna
grab
lie. A
it?
lot of them be doing like those downtown videos or New Orleans.
Bro, I'm about to go downtown Phoenix for all the horrors. All right, back on topic though. So we was talking about this before we started up the live. Boruto, I call this brother Boruto. Bro, he wanted to know like was Inoji's role in the pretty much in the future while he was in the Kashin Koji's. Bar, you asked the question. Go ahead. I can't talk right now. I'm
Oh, and
sorry.
Kashin Koji's prescience visions in his reels, that little background where
His
we see, I don't
reels.
know, it kind of, yeah, his real, it should look like reels,
It do.
but I don't know. It's like you can kind of see Inojin's in the background. It doesn't look like Earth, so or maybe it is Earth. If it's Earth, it kind of looks like Momoshiki. It looks like one of Orochimaru's hideouts.
Mm.
So it's like, what the hell is Inojin doing there? You know, I'm an Inojin fan now, so
Why?
I'm one of the characters because he stood his ground versus Jura. It's a whole
Okay,
different thing.
I give
Like
you
I
that.
could
I
get
give you
into it. I was about to say, yeah, I could get into it if you want, but like, you feel me? He defended a character that's part of the Mangekyo Uchiha gang, so he was
that.
indicted to the Mangekyo Uchihas. So yes, Inojin's a member, so I rock with him. But it's like, what is he doing there? Even if it's like Orochimaru's lair, or it's like a different dimension because it looks weird. So if it's on Earth, it looks like it has to be one of those layers or a hideout, and he looks like he's performing the jutsu. He may be the famous Namaka clan jutsu, or maybe he's like coordinating with someone else that we don't see in the panel that he's talking to, and they're asking him to sense something, and he's getting ready to sense or search somebody's location.
Mm.
But either way, he's going to be implemented heavy into this. And one of my theories I had way back like last year, after we had the whole chapter where Sakura came back and she was healing Inojin and she revealed that she's restarting his chakra
Mm.
network, I'm like, what if Inojin wakes up and because of everything that happened, you know, because he got injured due to wood style and shit like that, and we know what wood style absorbs chakra or disrupts chakra, and then he got healed in a weird way by Himawari, and then on top of that, chakra re-jumps, like resets his chakra network, and we know that omnipotence wasn't a genjutsu. Essentially, it altered your memory through chakra. You feel me? So if
Yeah.
his whole thing is getting reset, that was one of my things back then. Especially, I'm like, once we see Nojin come back, could it be that maybe possibly either he got his memories back and he remembers everything, or possibly he comes back and his memories all scrambled and he doesn't know, like, some points in his memory he sees Kawaki's face, and then other points in his memory he sees Boruto's face. So he's like, nah, this shit is weird. Like, I feel like it's Boruto. No, I feel like it's Kawaki, but it's like I'm seeing Boruto somehow. Some memories I have Boruto in Academy, other memories I have Kabuki in Academy, you know. But either way, this nigga is going to be in somebody's background, possibly, because we know these are possible futures, but performing his jutsu. So I always thought, I'm thinking, like, what could he possibly be doing, and who could he possibly be talking to or working with, or possibly fighting against, you know?
What was y'all talking about again? My bad, I just popped back in.
Yeah, my bad. I'm on the phone,
Uh,
so let me be right back.
Inojin's, basically, you know, what is Inojin doing, like, in Kashin Koji's vision?
Oh yeah, again, just in
And
case.
where is he at, like, and stuff like that. But yeah, everything around
Yeah,
that whole entire thing. Go ahead.
hypothetically, this whole situation right here breaks down with the whole Boruto and not Kashin, Boruto and Kawaki versus Jura. If that
Yeah.
breaks down, I think that Jura probably does rescue the soul bulb, or Matsudi's soul bulb, or Moeki's, I guess if you want to say that. And then they have to do the whole thing over again. I think the perfect battle to actually have is, of course, Chocho and the rest of Team 10. I actually defeat
Versus,
Matsuri. Now I'm not
okay.
saying that Flash is actually that direct scene, but it does kind of look like they could be in Orochimaru's hideout. So it could be like a preparatory type of thing for when they actually do try to fight against Matsuri. If that's actually the case, I wouldn't necessarily rule that out. Where the reason why they're in that flash forward scene is because they will eventually
They're
fight
trying to
Matsuri.
root her out. Okay.
Yeah, it could be that.
That'd be cool. I mean, what do you think he's doing? Like, what do you think? Like, that type of jutsu, like he's getting ready to perform a jutsu, or like he's getting ready. I was saying like he possibly is getting ready to sense something, or maybe he's getting directions to sense somebody's or track somebody's chakra or location or something like that.
To be honest, I have no idea. I mean, one of the things that I guess could be, I mean, you pretty much essentially said something with his sensing abilities. Now, I
Right.
guess would probably be the first case or the first string. Inojin would likely be the second string. Hypothetically, he's like the only sensory ninja that has that those type of capabilities in the area. Of course, that right there would essentially be that. I think that would be, of course, a very good reason as to why he'd be pertinent to the series.
Okay.
My only thing is like I never seen him do it. Like, have we seen him ever like legitimately communicate like that, like on some shit?
I would have to run back because I gotta really up my Inojin lore. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, up until my rewatch, I haven't really seen him unless it was in one of the episodes that I skipped. But he has the capability of swapping minds with people, definitely, and taking over
Yeah,
your body.
yeah, we
Um,
seen that.
yeah.
Oh,
So, but as far as like allowing them to communicate, I don't know for sure. Well, we got to see. I don't know. I got to check on some of the Team 10 missions in Boruto. Maybe if he allowed them to talk through their minds, I don't think it would be too difficult. But I do know he struggled mastering his mom's jutsus versus mastering his dad's jutsu. Like his dad's jutsu came easier to him.
mhm. What I would say is that over the time skip, we haven't necessarily seen too much of Inojin, so I could steer them to just throw that in, like, hey, Inojin over the time skip, he learned this ability, and then
Right.
he could just do it.
Yeah, they
So
could
I would,
definitely showcase new abilities for all of them. That was like, okay, they learned that over time. So I think that would work. It wouldn't be much of an ass pull to me. Did you hear what I was explaining about earlier about how the whole Inojin coming back from omnipotence possible ordeal when I was explaining that?
nah, nah, I was
So so that was my whole thing with the character because I said like back last year when he originally had went, and I'm gonna make it quick because I already know I just explained this to the chat. But back when he had already went, and with the team and they fought Jura and all that stuff happened, basically how he got incapacitated and how Himawari healed him. And then Sakura stated she was going to restart his chakra network, but he was going to be okay. And we know that based off of Ada's explanations and Momoshiki's with the omnipotence, it's not a genjutsu. It affects your chakra and literally alters your memory. So like the whole thing with the chakra reset within Inojin's body, could he possibly be coming back within the story with either his memories fully intact, so he remembers Boruto as Boruto, or like once he comes back, his memories are slowly going back to normal, and that whole process is having him confused, and people are looking at him weird because he's acting weird, but in his mind, it's like things are going back to normal, but some memories are still he's still remembering Kawaki in some memories, and other memories he's remembering Boruto and like that whole entire wherever they can take that dynamic or that arc with the character. You feel me?
that could be that. The only thing I would say, like hypothetically, if that is the case, I feel
Right.
like because he is kind of skeptical, a lot of people will kind of just push him to the idea that now Kawaki is Boruto and Boruto's Kawaki, or the
Right.
more omnipotence reality. Because everything that he's probably going, not everything, because of course pictures still exist, but everybody that he talks to is going to be like reassuring him that the omnipotence reality is actually the real reality. Of course, they won't be
Yeah.
saying it like that, but they'll be saying more like, Boruto has black and gold hair, and Naruto and Kawaki. You
Right.
essentially get it. You essentially
Yeah.
get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I agree with you, man. Definitely. I mean, there would be no reason for them not to. But then it would be like, he would birds of a feather flock together. He would have to eventually just come across Sumire and Sarada. You already know they're gonna set him right. Make sure
yeah.
like, nah, bro, you on a track of getting healed. Just trust that.
For sure, yeah. Those would be like the people he'd have to talk to kind of get reassured. But the
Right.
people I'm thinking more immediately, it would of course be Team 10. I don't know if you remember, but like back in like I think chapter 1 or chapter 2 of TBV, him and Wadi essentially not even said that Naruto and Boruto were switched, but she was even more saying, I feel a little bit like she wants to help out Boruto. That's essentially
Yeah.
what she was saying. And everybody, all the rest of Team 10 started looking at her like she was crazy. I feel like
Right.
Inojin would get those looks like times 10 if he actually like, bro, omnipotence being a thing.
That
Or not even
actually, yes.
omnipotence.
And now that you mentioned that too, even if like within the media, the people around them, because I doubt one of those would be either Sarada or Sumire at the time. But because we've seen how Himawari has gotten close with Team 10, it could possibly be where like, he wakes up and it appears to be like, he just has a headache or everything's fine, but then he waits and probably tries to get Himawari alone and tries to explain how he feels based off of, what she told them. Like she wants to help Boruto and she feels like Naruto's alive. So maybe if like we're even going down that route, he could probably be like, hey, I'm remembering certain things and for some reason, so I feel like the safest bet would probably be, in a realistic standpoint, would probably be Himawari, even though she's still affected by omnipotence. She would probably give him the safest response or rebuttal
For a
rather
fact,
than like, yeah,
and to be honest, I even go as far as to say they'd probably think of him Wadi more than people like Sard and Sumine, even if hypothetically Sumine and Sard told them that
right.
omnipotence wasn't a real thing, because omnipotence is like a rewriting thing, and they'd probably forget a lot of those memories and conversations with Sarda and Sumine.
Nah,
On
that's
the other
true.
hand, they essentially remember they would essentially remember everything that Himawari told them, because Himawari wasn't necessarily talking bad against omnipotence. It was more of like a sentimental type of feeling towards Boruto.
It was just like it's literally just saying, hey, she wants to help the nigga, and they're like, bro, he's a criminal. So yeah, that's I agree with you on that part for sure.
Yeah, facts.
I I,
So
I don't.
What are we
Oh,
talking
go
about?
ahead, Free.
No, my fault. I was like, I just jumped in and interrupted y'all. What are we talking about? I had to meet somebody outside real quick.
Himawari and Inojin possibly, Well, like I was still on the whole. I was asking Bara about the whole thing. Inojin waking up with the omnipotence ordeal, like having Himawari possibly be someone that he would reconcile with, because we know that obviously if he talks to like someone like Sarada or Sumire who's immune to omnipotence, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're right, or like your memories are coming back. But if he comes back and he tries to say these things to other people like Chocho or Shikadai, they're gonna look at him crazy,
Right.
kind of like how they were looking at Himawari. That's the point that Bara had just brought up.
So you guys thinking that the effect of omnipotence is going to be reversed on Inojin from him having that near death experience?
I think it's I think it's interesting that they took him out the story for a year. First of all, that they gave him a major role in the point where he was a catalyst for Himawari not only entering into the status of main character, but Himawari's power up within the story. So he was a catalyst for that transition.
Right.
And not only that, they gave us an ambiguous, thing. So it's like Sakura said she's resetting this man's chakra network. So it's like,
Ooh.
damn, what do you like? He's gonna have to wake up soon. So once we see him, and now that we see him in Kashin Koji's vision, it's like he's obviously in the field. So now we like, okay, now we have play for sure. Like now it's just up to speculation what's going on.
See, I don't mean to be a negative Nancy, but I fucking think Kashin Koji's ability is fucking trash. Like just because we see like Inojin, no, seriously, deadass. Like just because we see Inojin in like a flash forward sequence or whatever, doesn't mean that's actually going to happen, because the way
Right.
his prescience is set up, it can change at any time if somebody does something to change the future. So we don't even know if Inojin is really like if that actual real is going to be actually something that happens.
But I take it as
But
also
realistically,
I take it as also like within the current path that he has or the update, he probably sees multiple futures where like Inojin is still in that location, but different events probably go down.
Yeah.
But the main checkpoint of Inojin being there is still the same. So then the only way that can change is if a singularity like Boruto probably gets somebody information about what they would do in the future and they change the course of action. And now there's a whole new set of possibilities. So it could possibly be just in that one future, Inojin, that obviously Ikimoto is showing us. It's like Inojin's casting that jutsu. But in another future, he could possibly be dying for real, or possibly he could be in a fight, or possibly he could be with Shikadai. It's just like the way different things play out. But Inojin being there is something that might definitely be the same.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
in fact, well, I could for sure see it. I could see it. The only thing I would say though, like all the respect to my guy Inojin, I'm not sure how much she can actually impact the plot. And to be honest, that's not just for Inojin, for all of Team 10. Like, I'm not sure what they're really about to do. I don't know.
Big Inojin, bro. Big Inojin's he's gonna be the breadwinner for Team 10, like Shikamaru was for their Team 10. No disrespect to Shikadai, because I admit Shikadai was probably the least hated Boruto character in its entirety of its run.
Facts.
Shikadai, like everybody rocked with Shikadai,
Facts.
even though he's a car. Like, but everybody rocked with Shikamaru because niggas like, bro, shit just be crazy.
You was
It's
about to
rad.
call
Like, what
carbon
y'all
copy
talking
of
about?
Shikamaru, wasn't you?
Yeah, like literally.
Yes.
So, but I think Inojin has potential. I don't know, maybe because let me not lie to y'all now. Pre Inojin getting done dirty by Jura, like I was like, who get this man off the page? We don't got time to be wasting
I'm
payments on
still
characters
get
like
this
him,
nigga off
right?
the page. I don't like
You feel me?
Sai.
He's talk like, come on, bro. I ain't gonna cat, but
Niggas
he was
feel
talking
like
a big game.
Sai?
He told Himawari, "I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna do this." I was laughing. I made fun of that. I remember making fun of that panel when the chapter dropped. And then just seeing the way he carried out, he held his word. He probably not strong. I'm like, hey, I don't know about y'all, but that looked like a real nigga to me. You feel me? So Inojin forever got my respect, bro.
His daddy a
Forever.
bitch. I hate Sai, bro.
I don't really care for Sai. I'm
His daddy a
indifferent. So
hoe. When Sasuke left the fucking squad, bro, they try to replace this nigga with Sai. What?
if his
Sai?
dad a hoe, man, the apple fell very far from the tree. My nigga Inojin 10 toes down. You feel me?
Man.
I rock with Sai, bro. Sai was one of the only real niggas when he first jumped in. Naruto
Sai
and
had
Sakura, it was one of the
fucking
livers.
identity crisis. Fuck Sai, bro.
He said an
Naruto
identity
and Sasuke
crisis.
was legitimately not Naruto. No, Naruto and Sakura was legitimately moving like gangs, bro. They was scared of real trench stuff. Bro, Sai
I ain't
was
gonna
really.
lie. Sai pulled up. He was like, "Nah, bro, I'm a trench baby for real."
That's what I'm saying.
Man had identity crisis. He looked like a goddamn mime to me. I hated Sai, bro.
Sai looked like a
I'll
legitimate
tell you
ninja
this,
while the rest
man.
of them like posers.
I rock with Inojin. Sweetie Inojin now.
I
So
rock-
once
I
he
rock.
comes back, yeah, he better do some damage. You feel me?
Beast Scrolls was fucking stupid. I don't like Sai, bro. I don't like Sai. Fucking
Hey,
stupid.
Yo,
I
the
ain't gonna
crazy
cap,
thing
bro. In Ninja Storm, I think it's like Ninja Storm 3. Sai is a gas character. Like, bro, he's maxing out. Like, he has this one move where he just sends like 3 tigers and then a bird at you, and you can't block it.
That's when you know you trash, when you only dope in a video
Oh
game.
my gosh, bro!
This nigga only
Yeah,
dope
word too. It's
as
just
an
like a character
NPC.
nobody rock with in the show, and it's like everybody know him in the video game, bro. That's how you hear.
Bro's an NPC in the fucking video game. Nobody want to play. Not because he's a non-playable character. It's because nobody plays with that character. That's why.
You know who's a non-playable character?
Who?
Code.
Really?
They got Delta in the name. Man, Code is not in no Boruto game, bro. It's only all the cards. It's no Code, no Victor, and no Deepa.
Bro, the writers really hate Code, bro.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to say Code is kind of crazy because I think Code got more screen time than Delta.
In the game,
and she's in the game, bro, and it's kind of crazy.
More screen time? I wouldn't say so. She's getting mad screen time now.
She's getting mad screen time, but if you think about it, after she lost to Naruto and Sasuke,
she was like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and she barely, like, ever since then, it's like she's in and out. But Code has been in like multiple arcs, focal points. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but even with that though, it's still sad for him to not be in the game.
No, yeah, I agree, bro. I haven't
He
played
is not in the game.
I need to get that.
Even
shit.
they got Shiki and Jigen. They got the same nigga twice in the game. Like, they
this
gave up a slot.
I was about to say, no, they ain't got the DLCs yet. I was about to.
They got
Ishiki?
like, bro, you got Kawaki version 1 because they got Kawaki version 1, and then they got Kawaki with the horn. So you got basically they got 3 Ishikis because you got Kawaki with the horn as his own character. You got Jigen, and then you got Ishiki as his own character. All 3 of them niggas. And then you got Momoshiki obviously, and then you got Boroshiki.
This is terrible work right here.
Yeah,
You can't even give him that Ishiki. But right when Ishiki died, one of the first people you talked to was Code.
Literally.
I don't know why they ain't put my god Code in the game.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. And if they put Code in the game, I'm not gonna lie.
He's not even in the story mode?
He's not. I don't think so. I ain't gonna lie because I don't have the game, but I looked over the character list, and even in as the DLCs dropped, like Code has not been a part of it. Because even when they updated the Kara, the people that they added were Ishiki, because they always had Jigen, but then they added Ishiki, and then they added Kawaki with the horn, literally the same character twice. But I ain't gonna lie, the movesets are kind of different, and I like Jigen's and Kawaki's better, but Ishiki, he still looks good in the game.
DLC at all?
He's not in nothing, bro. They got Boroshiki even, bro. They even got even Boroshiki. I ain't gonna lie, he's probably the coldest character to me in the game. Because even with that, and they got Momoshiki himself separate as well. No coding, and they got Boro.
They got Boro.
They got Boro.
Yo, right you know what's crazy? I was watching that episode with Boro just yesterday, which is wild. Yeah. And I noticed like how I didn't even realize that Boruto was like a major part in Sarada being able to connect that Chidori.
Oh, that wasn't in the manga, which is, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of stupid that people made that big of a deal over it. People were mad that Boruto hit that black flip over Sarada because it didn't happen in the manga.
It's not even a backflip. That's like what he really.
But he did that invisible Rasengan, took that nigga on. Yeah, Boruto was putting in work, bro.
Because like you can tell he was planning that shit out from the jump though, which is crazy. Because, like Sarada was trying to do it quicker than he can weave hand signs to move his core, and Boruto took his hand off so he couldn't weave a hand sign. So Sarada can get the Chidori off. Will have that much more time to get the Chidori off because he could have just regenerated his hand and did a hand sign, but it takes time though, right? So he didn't have enough time to regenerate his hand and weave the hand sign before Sarada can strike him. If it wasn't for Boruto, he probably would have been able to get that hand sign off and move it slightly so Sarada couldn't touch it.
Nah, she would have still did it because she did it in the manga, bro. I mean, I get what
you're saying though, but I'm just saying
I get what you mean. Mm-hmm. No, I get what you mean, but I get what you mean though. They made it as if it's that, but it's like Boruto's whole thing was like, because she was still pressing him, and he was still focused on, at the time, even both iterations, he was focused on Boruto and Mitsuki, because he had just pushed Kawaki out the way or something, or the other way around, he was focused on Boruto and Kawaki. And Boruto literally just did the dust cloud, and then he was just focused on Boruto. He was trying to grab the nigga. He went through the dust cloud. All of a sudden, he ended up grabbing a visible Rasengan.
Mm-hmm. That happened in the manga too, the visible Rasengan, right?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. None of that happened in the manga.
Reread that chapter. That's crazy.
He knocked. It was just that because after in the anime he knocked him out the way. Still after Boruto hit the backflip. Well, no. After he hit the backflip, he fell. But in the manga, it's like he knocked him out the way, and then Sarada popped up in front of him. He looked down. And he was like, "Oh shit, she's fast," and she took that nigga guts out. Pause.
Yo, another crazy thing. Sarada in the manga had 3 tomos.
Yes.
Yes. Which is crazy because she did all that work with 2 tomos in the anime.
Yeah.
So you do. I mean, then you could probably say she needed Boruto then to connect. I don't know.
Nah, I took that as like, bro, that shit is teamwork. I just took it as like, damn, these niggas know what they thinking with each other. I didn't take it as any like slight to any character, which was crazy when I hopped on Twitter and seen like people was really going crazy over that scene. I'm like, damn, y'all can't just enjoy this shit. Like the shit looked good. Like,
I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I did not think nothing. I did not like nothing about it. It was just like, oh, he did a backflip. Oh, visible around second. Oh, here goes Sarada with the animation was cold. So that's all I was doing. I was like, yo, this is cold. I was like, yeah, Sarada. And then she walked up. The lightning was shrouding her hand, her Chidori, and like she had one eye closed because you could still tell she's getting the effects from the tunnel vision. And she's talking shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's the queen that you are. That's what I'm talking about.
So, excuse me. I almost choked on my goddamn blunt. With that in mind, since Sarada only has two tomos in the anime, Sasuke in a dub. This is just dub. I don't know if it's in the in the sub or not. I have to like watch both to like really compare and contrast. But Sarada was talking about how she was going to train to get her third tomo, and Sasuke pretty much explained to her how the Sharingan work. Like no amount of training is going to get you another tomo. It depends
Yeah.
on like you got to have like a pretty much like a traumatic experience or some shit like that to activate a third tomo in the Sharingan. So,
hmm
what do you guys think is going to be the catalyst for Sharda? I was about to call it Shorty Sharda. What do y'all think is going to be the catalyst of Sarda unlocking her? Well, could you say unlocking the third tomo or just gaining the third tomo
In the anime, or I mean,
in the anime? She already has it in a manga, so you don't really know how she
I
got
don't
it in the
know.
manga. She just had it, but the anime she
But
already has it too.
I
they
mean,
got
bro.
time. They got time because
I,
they didn't finish anime into part one, so they got time.
yeah.
No,
But
I
I'm about to
know. I'm
say, I'm
saying
pretty.
what's going to be the catalyst to her gaining that third one. Like the second one was done by Deepa. She was helping Boruto, or I think Boruto almost died or some shit. Like he really hurt Boruto, and she gained her second
She
tomo.
saved that nigga. Yeah, she
Yeah, the
saved her.
first one was with Sasuke because she had that emotional experience and she was able to unlock the Sharingan that way. What's going to be the third tomo though? Like what's going to be the reasoning? What do you
It's,
guys think is going to be the reasoning behind her unlocking her third tomo?
so literally, if they don't do the novels, then I think they just might. I don't know why niggas don't wouldn't like. I mean, I get it. You want to see everything, but I think they just might like. We just might see her with the third tomo the next time they come back, bro. Honestly, we
What if she
might just
gets
see
it?
Hell
it.
no.
What if she
Hell
gets it
no.
during the Prescience arc? Or yeah, that's what it's
She
called.
could get it. They could fit it in, but that's the thing.
Like
That's what I was gonna say.
she
Like, I'm
gains the
pretty
third
sure they
tomo
have.
Hell
from like
no.
major stress from the Boruto
I'm,
situation, and that third
I'm,
tomo automatically goes to a Mangekyo.
I'm pretty sure
Hell
they
no,
could.
Chad.
They could also because that's how Obito unlocked his third tomo. But also, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the animators they had an arc planned for Sarada. I'm pretty sure they said that in the interview. Either Ikamoto, I don't want to say Kodachi because this was after Kodachi even left the project anyway. So I'm pretty sure Ikimoto confirmed or somebody confirmed or the anime whoever the anime lead was after Kodachi left. He confirmed that they had a Sarada arc in the works, basically explaining how she did her third tomo. This was pre-code arc, and you know how the production issues went, and they scrapped that whole because even before that, all of a sudden, that's when we got the Squid Games arc, and I was confused as fuck because I'm like, damn, we might get some Sarada content and then hop into more manga content. But then they did this, which I mind you, the Squid Games arc actually ended up being good, and I liked it. But
Only arc I
they
watched
did
backwards.
yeah, you did say that. They did, but they did say like, hey, they had an art plan. The fact that we never saw nothing, it's like, bro, they just scrapping it. They might bring the novel content and just show how she did in the novels, or like what you said, free game. We're gonna see how like with Obito, it goes from the third tomo to her Mangekyo.
That'd be cold. Bar is against it. No, no, no. But I think that would be a cold way for her to introduce her third tomo. And then she just
Yeah,
can't use a Mangekyo no more. She just has a third tomo until she re-unlocks her Mangekyo or reawakens her Mangekyo.
it could be. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, wait, wait. I'm my head. I was just daydreaming. What did my god Black Uchiha just say? What was
Obito,
the possibility?
Obito opened his third tomo the exact way I kind of explained it. Sorry to open her third tomo.
I think that's the most realistic. Or they could, if they don't do the novels route,
What's the
they
novel route?
obviously they,
It was,
she was training with Sasuke was training them and how to be more precise in either chakra control or like
They already did
lightning
that.
jutsu and like chakra train. You could learn how to do
But
something. You could
they
still
are
train.
well because Sasuke specifically says she can't. She's not going to unlock it with any amount of training.
no, he said he
No,
was training.
no.
He
You
was
asked
training
me how
for the
I'm saying
lightning
how she
stuff.
unlocked it is like during the training. I'm saying though this was like
Oh,
during the
gotcha.
training. So during the training, where she's trying to either chakra control or some type of lightning jutsu, they were trying to learn it, and Sasuke showed them all how to do it, but he only showed them once and gave them like ambiguous
Yeah,
instructions.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So they
yeah.
all
I
went on
read
and
that
trying to learn
novel.
it. But Sarada, basically, it was a whole thing where like she wanted to prove herself. She was struggling with the jutsu. It didn't work out, and then she unlocked her third tomo in the middle of the training. And then, oh shit, like yeah, she bought this business. So she unlocked it during training. So the first tomo and the third tomo is like connected to her dad because she wanted to impress her dad and meet her dad. So that's how she did it in the novel. But it's not really anything big in the novel. It's literally just her wanting to, she's hitting a block in training and she's trying to mentally get over it, and then she unlocks her third tomo like that.
Give
Uh,
her mental
But
health.
what was the possibility? What was the scenario you positioned before?
So it's I only said three. So the three options was either the novel route, the realistic route with like the Obito where we see in the President's arc before she unlocks her Mangekyo, we're gonna see the two Tomo, the three Tomo, and then the Mangekyo. But the animators
Oh,
at the
so
time
type it where she just unlocks everything at one time.
It's not
yeah,
everything. Well, it'll just be the third Tomo and the
Oh,
Mangekyo.
yeah,
because it's
third
like
animal.
she in the anime she only has two Tomos. So like say for instance in the Prescience arc in the anime when she's looking up at Sasuke she unlocks her Sharingan. Because in the manga we see her three Tomo and then it goes to her Mangekyo. So what if in the anime it goes from her two Tomo to her three Tomo and then to her Mangekyo? Because when Obito unlocked, he only had his two Tomo. He never had the three Tomo Sharingan until he saw Rin died, and it went straight from the two Tomo to the three Tomo to the Mangekyo. And then after that rampage, those were the only times where we seen him use the regular three Tomo, but he never
Okay,
unlocked it at just the three Tomo.
all right. I thought you said some other stuff. I ain't gonna. You ain't said it, and then we not gonna see the Mangekyo Sharingan. That was
No,
some
because
stuff.
she doesn't. No, no, no. Hold on. The reason why I said that is because she has the third Tomo. She unlocks a Mangekyo. Well, okay, sorry. In the manga, she unlocks a Mangekyo, and then she doesn't use it again until TBV chapter 20 was that chapter 21 or some shit like that. So like in the anime, if they're gonna do that again, if they have her unlock her third Tomo during the same time she unlocks her Mangekyo, then she wouldn't necessarily use her Mangekyo until we get to the chapter 20 when they actually animates that. Until then, she's only
Okay.
using three Tomo Sharingan.
Yeah.
All right, no, that's fine. I like that idea. What I thought was said was instead of unlocking the Mangekyo Sharingan, she'd unlock the three
Oh
Tomos
fuck no!
when flipping happens, and then
Oh
we just
fuck
And
won't
then,
no!
see the Mangekyo
hell,
Sharingan
Hell
unlocked.
no!
no
I
way,
thought,
Jose.
bro, yeah, I was about to say no, hell no,
Because I
hell
know
no.
because the animators they said they had an arc plan for her unlocking the third Tomo, but that was gone with them. We never seen nothing that had to do nothing with that, so that's out the window. That's why I was like, we might just not see. I did say I was like, we might just not see the third Tomo at all. I was like, we just might see the Mangekyo. It just might like we just might see her
Yeah,
pop up with the third Tomo, and it's just like random. It's like, yeah, oh well.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Hell no, for originally for no, we can't. That can't.
I
All the
know people
respect.
wouldn't like it. I know people wouldn't like it, but for me, it's like, I mean, like, I guess y'all want to see how she awakes the third Tomo. Yeah. Let's cool. I'm never gonna
Yeah,
argue
not
against more Sarada content. So
you're missing out on views, potential merch sales. Like, come on, like,
nah,
like, nah. As
I can't be
Boruto,
crazy.
as executives behind Boruto, that'd be a terrible decision. All due respect. Not even speaking as a fan. It's just like as a businessman at this point.
I mean,
That's
because we
terrible.
literally, she's gonna be the first Uchiha we seen awaken all Tomoe one by one. Because like we seen
Mhm.
Sasuke, he already like when he unlocked it versus Haku, wasn't it already at the two Tomoes? No. At
Yeah,
Cat,
yeah.
we saw Sasuke unlock it at one Tomo, and then he unlocked two Tomo against Orochimaru
Mm-hmm.
in the forest, and then he unlocked the three Tomo versus Casey and Naruto in the final valley. So Sasuke, we
I
saw him
thought he
unlock
had
it.
two after he seen Itachi kill his father. Right?
No, that we learned later on in Shippuden that he unlocked it during the Uchiha massacre.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
how
we
he
learned.
unlocked the Sharingan.
Yeah, but he had a mental block on it. He didn't know he had it, which is crazy. Nobody says that about Sasuke, but everybody be on Sakura. I'm not even from the trip about that. Let's not turn it into a Sakura podcast. But yeah, though.
Well, I can see it. I can see it.
Yo, I thought my fucking
Well, but
headphones went out for a second.
No.
now I did want to talk. I did want to talk about the next chapter. To be honest, we were supposed to do that at first, but then we
Went
we
hella
went
We went
left.
left.
straight to
Like I don't
Momoshiki.
know where we went.
Hella left. My fault. I think I had brought up a whole other topic. That's why.
We went straight to Momoshiki.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't.
Because I asked who's your favorite Shiki, and then we just got into yeah. But no, we can talk about next chapter
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, facts. Does Momoshiki pop up official? That's where I started the clip.
Fuck no, I don't think so. I like because, well, I mean, I see why you're saying that
Wait.
because go ahead. No, go ahead. What?
No, I was gonna say. Didn't you say you think he might pop up next chapter?
Yeah. Well, you talking about free game?
Yeah.
Probably
Or
said
that
that.
was you, Bars?
I probably said that.
I think it
and
was
changed
both
my
of them.
mind. I probably said that and changed my mind. I think it's too. Well, it's not really too early for Momoshiki to pop up, but for it to really make sense, it's a little bit too early.
Explain.
I think we should
Explain,
see
Blue.
Boruto battling with Momoshiki taking over before Momoshiki actually takes over. Like it's just like a scare factor in a sense. I don't think him just activating his karma should be the reason why Momoshiki appears back. I think it has to be another reason. Like I know I'm like being ambiguous with my point, but I really don't think this would be the perfect time for Momoshiki to come back. Maybe to see him go like struggle with Momoshiki possibly taking over his body at the point in time. But I don't think we should hear nothing from Momoshiki, like his point of view at the time. I think he should just stay as like a ominous figure in the background that Boruto just fears for a while.
I see a point of view, but as a Momoshiki fan myself, I think it's time. All due respect, I think last part we said 24 chapters, 24 months, in 2 years. All due respect, it's time to see Momoshiki. We see him on your Sharingan, the next big one or next big domino to fall was going to be Momoshiki. So. And not only that, I predicted that, not necessarily predicted, but I said I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if we see him as like a cliffhanger in the next chapter, where we see the whole entire chapter.
I think I said that.
Yeah, I think that's essentially where we brought it up. Yeah, and I think Black Chia kind of asked us if we see it as a cliffhanger. Say yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I could kind of see it like that. Whereas, like, the whole entire chapter, we get to see Kawaki versus Jigen. Not said Jigen. Kawaki versus Jura. And, of course, Boruto possibly wakes up. But the other thing that we
Boruto
talked about as well...
What are you talking about possibly? He's already up.
I say possibly because we see him lay out again.
Bro, stop comparing him.
And that flash forward.
Him to fucking... you be comparing him too much to Kawaki, bro. This is not Kawaki, bro. He's not going to get knocked out a second time, bro. It's not going to be a...
We literally see it from Kashin Cody's vision.
Kashin Koji was just seeing what just already happened, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He was saying
Byron
that you don't know what time.
Byron's not buying
Why
that,
are
bro.
y'all in denial? Bro does not have pre-sight.
What are you talking
bro.
about? He can see the timeline from any point, so he could probably watched it from Boruto
Stop
being
it.
laid out
So you
into the
saying-
future, bro.
Bro had what is it, like 25 different visions, and out of the 25 different visions, that's the one that's not in the future. We gotta stop this.
It
I mean,
could've
that's
been
like
in
that's
the
probably
future, though.
man,
Like,
bro.
you don't
He's
know
seen
that-
because Boruto was already laid out, so that's probably like from Jura's viewpoint, bro. Because Jura was about to snipe him from above.
And I don't think Kashin Koji can actually see visually what's going on right now. He's using Ada as his eyes. No, hear me out. Hear me out. He's using Ada as his eyes, so he never seen Boruto being laid out on the ground. So
He didn't
him
know Boruto
seeing
was on the
that,
ground.
yeah, he knew because she showed him, but he didn't visually see Boruto on the ground. So he saw Boruto on the ground because that was the timeline that he saw, and Boruto was
And he
knocked
saw
out
Jura
at that
holding
point
his
in time.
eye from the wound Kawaki had just gave
Yeah,
him.
bro, that's all.
Out of the
that
25
point in time, I'm
So
telling you.
you actually believe out of the 25 clips that we've seen, this is the only one that was future?
But
It
this is
was in the
first
future.
time-
That's what we saying.
This is the first time that we ever seen his future side being rewritten too, though. So like he's seeing what's going on from the point of view of what's going on in the battlefield at that point in time.
Chad.
Boruto's
They're in
knocked out
denial,
on the
Chad.
ground, so he's seeing all that now
Really,
because it's like
he's
giving him the
exactly
full
the
play
exact
down.
same
It's
position.
giving him the full play of what's going on. You can't get the full play without seeing Boruto knocked out.
Oh my goodness. This
Boruto,
is
he
bad.
never seen what happened to Boruto. Like Boruto wasn't even supposed to go, so why wouldn't they put that in his future sight so he can see what's going on from that POV?
And laying on his stomach when he's talking to Kawaki, he literally lifts his head up. So he was in the same like
You think
he's
you're
laying
gonna get
flat
knocked
down.
out in the same fucking position and style, bro? I don't think you're gonna like.
Yeah.
Even if he does get knocked out a second time, I don't think it's gonna be identical to the first time. This nigga's not Yamcha, bro. This nigga not Yamcha, bro. This is not gonna be Yamcha getting knocked out in that big crater and then getting knocked out the same way in the big crater in a baseball game in the fucking in a filler arc, bro. This is not gonna happen.
Well, I'm just saying. Here's how I see Momoshiki popping up.
Okay.
This whole entire battle, or that's not battle. This whole entire next chapter, we're gonna see Kawaki versus Jura. That battle's gonna subside. Of course, Jura's probably gonna be coming out on top. I think it's gonna be slightly. I think the battle's gonna look a lot better than, of course, Boruto versus that versus Jura. I talked about.
You're breaking up really bad. I'm sorry.
Part.
Hold on. I know it's gonna fuck up a clip, but you're breaking up really bad, Bar.
Oh,
He was
damn,
saying
my
tap,
bad.
that's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. His microphone's like, shut this nigga up, bro. This nigga yapping right now. This nigga talking some BS right
Nah,
now.
go
Let's
ahead,
give him
Bar,
technical
go ahead,
difficulties.
I forgot what I was talking about. Damn.
You said Kawaki was gonna fight better than Boruto versus Jura.
Oh yeah, Kawaki's battle versus Jura is going to look a lot better than this battle versus Jura. And I say that not because I think Kawaki is stronger, but I think that this version of Jura is going to be weaker than what Boruto fought. Of course, one less Rinnegan. So I think that this battle is going to go a lot better. But in that battle, somehow Boruto gets put on the ground again. And I think that's when Momoshiki is going to pop up, probably at the end of the chapter. I could see
opinion.
that. As a
unpopular opinion, I think he's going to get that Rinnegan back.
He's gonna regenerate.
He could
regenerate, but his foot and his Rinnegan, he's gonna get that back. Hidari was able to regenerate from a fucking soul bulb, so him getting his Rinnegan back, I don't think that's a huge. I don't think.
I'm gonna call it right now. Actually, I'm gonna call it right now. Jura's gonna flex so hard because he's gonna be talking. He's gonna have one eye and one leg, and then they're gonna be talking. You know, obviously characters always chat before the battle begins, right? And then he's gonna say something so cold, and then his leg and eye is gonna regenerate instantly in front of their eyes. And then it's gonna click to them like, damn, he could have healed at any time. And he really just chose not to. That's why I'm calling right now. I think he's gonna heal, but I don't think it's gonna be like, because Hidari had to go back to the box. You feel me?
You don't think he was
gonna I think Jura's shit is gonna be instant.
So how do you think they killed Jura? Like if it's not like a headshot, hypothetically.
Bro, you gotta blast them to oblivion, take the soul thorn, freeze it, burn it, blow it up, hit it with a bijou bomb, then Rasengan on it, and then you gotta seal it in the moon with Kaguya. Fuck that.
Hell yeah. Everything was everything at the beginning, I'm gonna scrap that. But yeah, sealing it in the moon with Kaguya, I think that's the only way. Like they should bring back some sealing jutsu and shit like that into Boruto. Like the only way to beat Jura, they should be to seal him, I would say.
Hey, Boruto is
somebody got to take him in, pause, because he's essentially still the 10 tails in chakra.
I wouldn't even thought that in a pause situation if you didn't say that. But all right.
Yeah, true.
The pause be coming to the pause before I even say the sentence, bro.
But yeah, I was saying Boruto is a Uzumaki, so it would be fitting to have a Uzumaki sealing jutsu that sealed Jura.
I don't know, but Boruto don't. Has he ever performed a sealing jutsu? That time
he more fucking Uchiha than Uzumaki, bro. Honestly, to tell you the truth.
That's true.
He's just shy of a Sharingan. That's all.
One thing I'd say, like, if he truly knows all the jutsus that he'll ever learn from Kashin Koji, like, I can't think like that Boruto goes his whole life without learning a solid sealing jutsu.
I mean, I was about to say he performed one with his classmates. I think he knows basic sealing jutsu, but I don't think he knows.
He gotta have solid. You gotta have like some crazy sealing jutsu. He can't just be no regular one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he got something that can seal Jura. Like he not on Minato level.
You know,
and that
throughout his whole life, like 73-year-old
Naruto jutsus that we ain't seen in a while, like the Reaper Death Seal or like some shit crazy like that. And I hope Boruto doesn't ruin it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I was never a fan of the Reaper Death Seal. That was always a lame jutsu to me.
I like the trade off. You literally had to trade your life in order to use that jutsu.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I remember one of the first time when I was watching it with Orochimaru versus the third Hokage. I was like, bro.
That's what I was thinking about right now. Like, bro, yeah, that shit was intense, bro. Like when I first watched Naruto for the first time, didn't know what the hell was gonna happen. Like, yeah, that shit was intense, man.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was intense. But for me, I don't know why. Maybe I gotta rewatch it again. But personally, because I did watch back when I was in high school, but. Bro, like I was really, nigga, let's get back to the tuning exam. I'm like, let's go back to the destruction of the. I'm trying to see what they doing. Like, fuck all this rooftop shit, bro. Like, that's how I was feeling.
Nah, the rooftop squad was cold. I don't know, bro.
Quick question that has nothing to do with this. Hypothetically, if Shikadai was in Akatsuki, could he like have like infinite Reaper Death Seals by like controlling other people?
Shikadai?
Shikamaru. The big blood Shikamaru.
Well, like by using what am I trying to say here? Sorry.
His like shallow possession jutsu to like make them utilize.
If he was evil, yes. If he was evil, he'd probably figure out a way to do that. Like Shikamaru ain't got business doing that now, but like I think so.
He'd be nasty.
Evil. I ain't gonna lie. Evil Shikamaru.
I don't even think he has to be evil, bro. Like Shikamaru, even though like he's on the side of the good guys, Shikamaru is like anything means possible type of character.
He has a moral code, bro. Shikamaru has a very like Danzo was an any means possible type of guy. That nigga injected his whole right side with Sharingan and then blew himself up once he
Yeah.
figured out it was. And he died for the leaf. You know, he died screaming like "still for the village," bro. So, but
Nah, I
I ain't
understand
gonna
what you put
lie.
in
Just
that
imagine if
context.
Shikamaru like literally had evil intent, like ill will. Who's stopping him? If he
Nah,
was like
he
real
don't.
life, like nah, f everything, f this world. If he was on some Sasuke shit, we need an evolution.
Bro's Batman, bro. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even like Batman,
Yeah,
but just like
bro.
he's the prep
He
time type of person. Like he was
ain't
able
nobody. I
to
was about to say,
beat.
ain't nobody gonna know what's going on until it's already done.
Yeah, he was able to beat bro. What's his name? Dude who's immortal. Hedon, right? That's his name. Hedon.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah,
You
by
got
just
it.
sheer strategy. He didn't overpower him, nothing like that. Just sheer strategy. He had prep time, bro. He's Batman. I'm telling you.
Nah, yeah, he'd be different. Yeah,
He
to be
been-
honest, wasn't it said that he was one of the people that was about to kill like 3 of the Kages in that one meeting?
Yeah, he almost
Kill
killed
all
all
the
the
Kages.
Kage
He's gonna snap their
in
necks.
one of the novels.
But
Yep.
they
Well,
was
that chill,
chilling
chill,
though. They was
not
chilling.
big bro
But it's
guard.
like it's
Chill.
not. He don't even got to be that strong. It's just that his ability is already that deadly, and this man is too smart for comfort,
Well,
bro.
I think he
Yeah.
actually did get stronger because like he's
I
able to
mean, yeah,
use
he's
his chakra
stronger, but like,
paralysis longer than he was able to before. But
I mean, yeah, obviously that, but like, nah, I'm talking like in terms of like, he's strong, obviously, but like, you know, typical like, oh, blow stuff up, or we need some heavy hitters, you know. So, but either way though, Shikamaru, evil Shikamaru,
yeah,
Yeah, nah,
GG,
he'd be devious.
GG's.
but oh yeah, we just got off. We keep on straying away from the topic of the next chapter. We were just talking about Orochimaru. I mean, not Orochimaru. Sorry, Momoshiki appearing next chapter. Who do like? Do you think that there's a possibility that any other character right now would get involved with the battle, or is it just going to be 2v1? I think somebody put that in the comments.
I think we're gonna see Shinki before we see Momoshiki.
That's a
Well,
good
cool
point.
question. Yeah, that's a good point. That's not crazy.
It's not crazy at
But
all.
one thing I would say, like, wouldn't this be like the perfect time for Himawari to get involved?
Yeah, you could look at it as like a double-edged sword because then it's like you got both of Jura's targets, essentially. Well, three technically because Kawaki has Naruto, so you got Naruto, Boruto, and Himawari in one location. Jura's like, bro, what's that video of Shannon Sharp? We got some Braiswood, oxtails, barbecue chicken, cornbread. You feel me? That's
These are
like,
braised oxtails. Yeah, I feel
you feel me?
you.
Everything.
But
Full course
it's
meal.
kind of like sending Naruto to the pain type shit.
At that point, I don't know though. Hey,
Honestly, I don't think it's that likely right now. This arc, pretty much. I mean, not this arc. This next chapter. If we're just like specifically talking about that, this is Kawaki's time. Honestly, like not even no Kawaki glaze or anything. This is Kawaki's time. He got his limiters removed. I think it's going to be more. I don't think we're going to see Boruto and Kawaki versus what's his name? Just sorry, I had a brain fog. We're not going to see Naruto and I'm sorry, what the fuck? Kawaki and Boruto versus Jura. I think it's just going to be Kawaki versus Jura. Kawaki had his like aura farming at the beginning. He stomped on Jura, put the pole through his eye, but we really didn't get to see Kawaki full power go against
What
Jura.
if?
Yeah, I think we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get Boruto on him. Boruto is probably going to rest for a little bit. He just got stomped. So I think
Or
we're
he
just
might
going to
fly
see
away. He might
or
escape
that,
like last time.
or that. But I really doubt that he's going to leave Kawaki there by himself. Just knowing that threat that he's dealing with, no matter how strong Kawaki is, I don't think Kawaki is above Jura right now.
Back door. This for moms and pops.
Are we rolling out Boruto utilizing the Karma Seal in battle?
Next
I
chapter,
think he's gonna
I don't
fly
think
away.
he's going to use it.
He's not gonna use it. No. It would have been
You
no
don't
point
think?
for him trying to get this strong. That's the whole point. He even tried to get this strong because he understood. Yeah, the karma.
Well, what if
At least for
well,
now, it's not an option.
if there was a single battle where Boruto would utilize it, like it would be this battle, right?
Like, are you saying like consciously, like, yeah, I'm gonna turn on the karma seal and
Yeah.
go to?
Well, he'd have no choice because Kawaki's using it. It's like, and even doubly, he'd resonate off of Kawaki. So they'd both be stronger.
I mean, I don't know because he's literally just based off of what he said. He said the last time he tried to use it, he felt like he was alive and dead at the same time. So I feel like maybe even if he wanted to, like his body just reacted so differently that he just knows like, nah, it's not gonna like it just can't work. And that's something he never felt before too. So it's like, bro, what?
My thing is, I feel like it's a risk, and I feel like this battle is worth that risk,
I don't know how you
especially
know
for
this.
Boruto. If he knows like the chances of killing Jura is truly like 1 out of like a billion, and you're doing everything to actually get to that one, I feel like this would probably be like one of the perfect times to like use your what is it called, singularityness, and like change that. Like you can't change the future.
You can, but
Uh,
it only works in their favor if they have knowledge of what they're already gonna do in certain futures.
Yeah, nobody knows
Because
the future right now besides
yeah, so if
Boruto.
you already don't know what you're doing, you can't necessarily change it
Yeah, they're not
if you don't
necessarily.
know.
Boruto wouldn't even be necessarily a singularity right now in this point in time because the whole future that he knows completely changed just by his one
Yeah.
action. So he kind of like, what would you say? He, by process of elimination, eliminated himself as being a singularity at this point in time.
even if he wasn't a singularity, he's still in the battle.
Did you just make up a new word, by the way, singularityness? I never even heard
Yeah,
that.
probably.
What?
But either way, he's still in the battle. Like he still has to fight, regardless of if he thinks he's going to change the future or not. He still has to fight Jura. And
No, what I'm
hypothetically, like
saying is like Boruto's no longer a singularity at this point. Is what I'm saying. Because Boruto, he only knew the future as what Takashi and Koji told him. The whole future that he know, if he still like, if he knows anything about what's going to happen past him dying, if he was able to go into the battlefield or like whatever Takashi and Koji said, he's no longer a singular because he doesn't have any type of way to manipulate the future. Like when he did with Kawaki, he let Kawaki know he had his limiters on. That created a whole new timeline. So this whole new timeline that he's in, he's no longer a singularity until he gets back with Kashi and Koji like hints him in on what's going to happen.
I still think he is
but
because
even
the
past,
fact.
I get. Whoa, rock out.
Oh, hold on.
No.
What up, Ready
I think
SG?
we're
Thank you
gonna
for the
start
$2
this
donation, bro. He said, got the sweater free, tough, CMP, red beanie next. I appreciate that, man. Support.
Yeah, shout out Radius.
Yeah,
Much love. But what was you saying?
Yeah, what you saying about it?
No, I was about to say I think we were gonna say the same thing, Bara, and Loki, I forgot what I was gonna say. So,
goddamn, my bad for cutting you off. It was just like a point in time nobody said anything. I was just thought it would be perfect because he didn't ask the question.
I was saying I get where you coming from, free game. That's a presentable point, but the idea is still Boruto is on the battlefield. He still has to fight Jura, and the best way to go about it is to potentially utilize the Karma Seal. Even if he thinks he knows the future or not, like he's still in the trenches.
I completely agree with that. I was just talking about like the point of him being a singularity. That's the only thing I was like hopping over right there. No. I
agree with that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I was gonna say free game for like the singularity because like Boruto. I mean, I agree as well as like he created a new timeline with telling Kawaki what he did and stuff like that. So he necessarily wouldn't know the futures or like things to expect because things have changed. But him still understanding the fact that he can change the future, and the fact that Kasha Koji has the ability to see the future, so he knows like he still views it from an outsider perspective, right? Because like people can still go every day and understand like they don't know what to expect, and despite Boruto may not understand what's going on, he still understands at least everything that is happening is expected or it's a laid out path. You know what I'm trying to say? And in some sort of way, he still understands that and understands that actions can be taken in order to alter it. So whether he has to figure out a means to obtain that knowledge until like what happens in the future, or he just simply goes back to Koji and Koji just willingly tells him more information and stuff like that. I don't think Koji was going to hold like Koji at the end of the day, regardless of what he holds from Boruto is still going to get information because if there's a future and there's a result that Koji is seeking, and he wants to ensure that so there's things that are going to be said. You know what I'm saying? So
he knows the means to the end, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, like, even though like the timeline switched, there's still like an end point. Like, there's still going to be a result of actions, or what could possibly like the worst case scenario. He still knows that
he's trying to either avoid or still trying to get to.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I hear what you're saying. That makes sense. That makes sense. That will continue to make him a singularity at that in that viewpoint. I would agree. That would change my whole view of it.
Yeah, but like as far as like now, he wouldn't be able to have information to tell somebody to purposefully alter the future because he doesn't know what to expect.
to
So
get to that point. At this point, yeah.
yeah, he doesn't know what
no,
to
no,
expect.
no.
Like he knew
Well,
he knew A and Z pretty much. He knew from that point, but he didn't know B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, all the like filler in between from A to Z. No, I get what you're saying. Like he knew A, G, and then Z, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm spitting right now. My thing is, what could happen in the next chapter? Boruto could actually summon a toad from Kashin Koji,
Fuck no.
and then Kashin Koji could fill him in like during battle.
Hell no.
I think that'll be fire.
Reverse summon a code like Boruto summons the toad.
Yeah, Boruto summons a toad from where Kashin Koji is, or even just summons a toad. Period. And Kashin Koji just communicates to Boruto through the toad.
Well, why don't
You
we
know,
have
Koji
Toad
got
there
that
to
communication
watch what's going on with Boruto? Why the fuck does he need Ada? Hold up. He was able to use that Toad as his eyes before. Why the hell that Toad ain't there? Why is he watching everything through Ada? My nigga.
Nah, that Toad is there.
That's the great.
It's there. I don't know why he ain't viewing.
My fault. I just heard what you said.
Yeah, like I just thought about that shit. That shit just came to my head. Like,
No,
why is he using Ada?
that toad got turned to a pack. You ain't see it?
I'm about to say they done clip. They done
smoked
clip
the,
Filbert.
They smoked the Toad
They
All
clip
the
Filbert.
respect, yeah.
during this battle
Shiki.
though.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ryu smoked the Toad. Bro, I don't remember that. What chapter?
They was looking at the
I don't know
Toad
if
at the
I
start of the
remember the
arc.
toad being dead in the scene with them. But
They was looking at the Toad at the start of the arc. Yeah, you're right, Bar. It was laid out.
Damn.
yeah,
I missed that. So I'm like, why he using Ada for? Why bro ain't just got one of his toads chilling out there?
Now, unless
Yeah.
Boruto has taken a Toad with him, or maybe he attached the Toad onto Boruto, we don't know. And he's probably saving it for a last resort
He
or
had to
something.
be a sneaky frog to put a toad on him when he didn't even know he was going to leave, unless he expected it. That's why he told him what he told him.
Or contingency, he was like, man, in all these futures, bro.
This nigga
But
did
really,
the fuck
so,
out.
there's no way.
He's like, I keep seeing the futures where this nigga Boruto dipped, so I'm trying to figure out what to say to make him stay.
Yeah, he said the fucking wrong thing for a dude that knows the future. But so
Literally.
that like makes me think that he did that shit on purpose, bro. Like he didn't see any possible future, so he like shit.
I kind of strayed from this idea. Like I kind of strayed from this idea within the recent chapters, but previously, like before Boruto pulled up to the battlefield, I thought that Kashin Koji was trying to make Boruto think that he shouldn't pull up to the battlefield in order to get him to pull up. So I do think, like, I used to think that it was like manipulation going on, but now with the whole it being revealed, Boruto pulled a Uno reverse on Koji with that whole Kabuki conversation, I kind of like abandoning that idea. But I did think that at first, that Koji was he was telling Boruto, hey, you can't show up, but he was simply doing that in order to get like to a certain point or to get certain checkpoints marked off to ensure like when Boruto does pull up to the future, it's a future that like is a safer one as opposed to Boruto randomly pulling up, and then getting off by Jura.
Mm-hmm. I really think, I mean, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I really think that because if you see all possible futures, you got to see the possible futures where the singularity kind of fucks things up too.
I don't know.
Nah,
the reason why he can't see is because there's singularities. Singularities, right?
Yeah. It doesn't have whatever they do doesn't happen in any of the futures. So it's literally like an outsider coming in and disrupting the flow and rechanging everything.
Yeah, that's literally like you going back in time and changing like something like a domino effect.
That's a grandfather effect, though. You can't do that. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But in theory, it's kind of like
grandpa
that.
Paradox, I should say. Like you can't go back in time and kill your own grandpa and make you not live, or make you not
born,
about, or make you not born. Yeah, I can fucking train of thought was off. But yeah, it's called the grandpa paradox. But no, I get what you're saying though. I'm not trying to get into that. Yeah, but it's the future though. So I mean, the future is not yet written. I mean, if you want to just put it, they say time is a what? They say time is a
Time is relative. I don't know.
Time is relative. There you go. You don't know. You said it correctly. Time is relative. Like everything is on the same plane. So like at the past and the present, it's all one thing. Like time doesn't really exist. Time is something that people created, humans created. It's a creation.
I mean, it's literally to understand, like, time itself is something we created, but to understand the flow of passage, like, it had to be created, because passage is still here, like.
So like time
I
is
mean,
like
like shit. Like I don't know how to. Yeah, we can't describe it without saying time. So like, yeah, you feel me?
yeah, time is relative.
Nah,
Time really doesn't exist, bro. Like time is something. Time is a human concept that we created to measure a span of
Literally,
whatever.
the span of our lives.
nah, gang, right? That blunt hitting free game and Black Uchiha just so great.
Bruh,
That's
I'm telling you.
crazy.
Hey, I ain't smoking like
I
4
don't know
days,
what
so
y'all
I'm
You
talking
I'm
said,
a
about.
hey,
whole
I don't
nother
know
listen,
type
this
of
what
nigga
high
y'all
has
right now. It's
community
talking
hyping me
crazy.
about.
right now.
Hey, he's spitting though because he ain't fucking lying. I don't know what's going on with Black, bro, but hey, I've been sober for like 4 days, so no, I
I'm
mean, but
look,
that's
hey,
true
I'm
though. I watch a lot of wacky shit, bro. Like I do. Like when I sit and I'm on YouTube most of the time, so I'll be like watching a lot of science shit and stuff like that. So like, I'm like, damn, shit is weird out here, bro. Like I remember I was watching like the world, the whole everything that we see right now. Like it could be pretty much, what do they say, like a similarity or whatever like that, because of the way we process everything. Everything is light waves and everything like that. Like nothing is really honestly solid. Everything is just atoms. So like every
Yeah,
solid structure
yo,
we see, all that shit, it's not real, bro. Like,
yo, like think of, again on that Bilo and Zia's conversation. Bro, thinking about how crazy it is, everything is built up of atoms, and if one atom destroys, like it's like a crazy explosion.
bro,
Like
that's crazy, isn't it? The little
yeah,
tiniest element in
yeah,
the fucking known
that's
universe.
wild.
If you split that shit, is gonna be the biggest bomb you ever seen in your fucking life. That shit's crazy.
exactly.
Yeah, that's like
Like
that's like that CERN shit. I think we was talking about this on previous podcast. We was talking about how like they say they created the Mandela effect or whatever because they started smashing particles and they believe that smashing them particles kind of like change reality in a way, or the way we perceive reality.
Oh,
They like switch it in our brains how we perceive reality. That's
wow.
why you
So
have
that's
like
why
the
we have
Mandela
Mandela
effect.
effects.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like when they activated and launched CERN, like that's when the Mandela effect started being like really big in pop culture, where people was like, "Yo, I don't remember that being like that" or whatever. So like it's just a speculation, it's a theory, it's nothing like concrete or whatever. But they're doing like godly shit there, bro. They created they created something called the God particle. It's called the Higgs boson. They found another fucking particle, like, or another element or some shit like that. I can't remember what exactly it is, but they like found this shit by smashing particles together. And like what they're trying to do is create a black hole inside of a fucking pretty much a machine, which is crazy. Or they're trying to recreate the Big Bang. I'm sorry, they're trying to recreate the Big Bang in a machine. And the Big Bang created the universe, if they're correct. How the fuck are you gonna fit a universe in a machine? But that's neither here nor there. That's why I'm like, scientists are kind of retarded, bro.
you ain't hear about that other theory. There's a universe in every single atom,
Oh, I mean, that's not.
and we're just in the atom in another person's universe.
I mean, that's not implausible though. I don't know. You high,
You talking
Bar?
about
Wait, hold
us,
on. We
Mara?
high? Bar, you what the fuck
You
you been
talking about
smoking,
us,
bro? I
Mara?
just that clicked right when it clicked for you, Black. I was like, wait, what the
Nah,
fuck are you
I used to
smoking,
watch a
bro?
lot of
I
Vsauce
started
back in the
laughing as
day.
soon as he said we Adams and none of you. I'm like, bro.
I'm like, what? And
Bro, I
I'm
used to
sitting
watch
here
a lot
like,
of Vsauce back in the day,
yeah,
bro.
he's right, bro. He's right.
I was a bio
I'm
major, bro. Yeah,
crying.
these things
I'm
interesting, bro.
crying.
Nate said
Nah,
they're
shit
trying
is
to open
definitely bigger
portals.
than us, bro. I mean, I don't
Well, but
know.
speaking of, I guess this is a decent time to answer the Negro news. We about to touch on Diddy.
No, I mean,
Pause.
we can. I mean, we done with the Boruto predictions, or we got anything
I
else
mean, I
to
kind
touch
of want to
upon?
talk about Boruto a little bit longer. Then we can get because we only
Oh,
like,
rock out. We
yeah,
could.
yeah,
Yeah,
we can end off on that though for sure.
real ninja shit, real ninja shit.
Real ninja shit is
Yeah.
crazy. So, did y'all
What you-
tell me that they actually finished the Boruto dub though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
done as the dub is playing on my TV screen right now. Yeah, it's done.
You watching it
Let
right
me
now?
see.
That's crazy.
It's done. Yeah.
What do you prefer as you're watching it? Black. I had put this on a poll. Are you more?
So
Are you
far,
leaning
I've
towards
been.
sub or
Yeah, you
dub?
put on a poll, and I'm gonna be honest with the chat. I voted for sub. I was just pressing buttons, though, chat.
Nigga said
So
I
you
was
could
just
count
pressing
off.
buttons.
You could take off one vote if it's like a neck and neck type of thing.
I don't
But
remember what it was.
what's the name? I ain't gonna lie. It's like certain anime where it's like if there's a dub and a sub available, I'm gonna watch the dub just because like I may be eating or I may be doing something, I may be smoking or I doing something. And it's like I can watch the subtitles, but if it has a dub option, it's better because then I can hear it and obviously not have to always keep my
Yeah,
eyes on
keep
the
your eyes on the
screen.
screen. That's what pisses me
Right?
off about sub. Honestly, I've been, man, I wish I knew
But
Japanese.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. With Boruto, it's partially because it took a while for the dub to even release.
Mm-hmm.
because like obviously I was used to Naruto's dub, but with Boruto, bro, I got so knee deep and used to the sub. Even
Their
during
voices
on
sound
my
weird,
rewatch
huh?
on the dub, it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm watching it because like when I hear voices like Naruto's, excuse me, it gives me like reminiscent vibes because like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm used to hearing that voice in
yeah,
dub, and Sasuke and stuff like that. But like
yeah. Sasuke even sound like
now I'm used to,
Naruto,
I ain't gonna lie,
honestly.
I'm used to Boruto's voice, and I'm gonna keep it a buck chat. I'm still getting used to Sarada's voice. You know, it's Queen all day, every day, but like
Weird.
she sounds like a smart aleck. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to
she
you.
does that
She
She
hyper.
sounds
is
like
like
a
that
real
matches her
smart aleck.
character.
It does.
That
It
matches her
does.
It
character.
is her character. It's real funny though, because like in English, it sounds like everything she's saying is very condescending and
It does.
sarcastic. It's like you ain't shit, and I'm gonna still say this in a nice way that makes like it's an insult, but it's not an insult until you go home and think about it and run it through your head and how she said it, and then like, damn, she was really trying to play me.
I'm gonna find out
Like
who
that's the kind
who
of voice
Sarda's
she got.
English voice actor is and see if we can get her on the podcast. Let's see.
That'd be live, bro. I'm on. Yeah,
We
that'd
have
be live.
Boruto's voice actor and Kawaki's voice actor. So I'm gonna see for Sarda. But oh shit, bro, Mr. Liger made me crack up. I was sitting here. I don't know if y'all heard me fucking giggling, but this nigga said our universe could be in someone's butthole. Probably Bara.
Bro, come on, gang.
And then he put quote. This is a quote
Nah,
from
that
probably.
is,
He put a good quote. Probably Bara. This is who person who probably said it.
That would be like an Ayo Adam, bro. This the universe with Diddy. This the universe with Epstein. This the
Hey,
bro.
hey,
This
watch
the
watch. I bet you if a fucking what was that? What's that show called? What's dude name with the crazy hair? He always burping. Blue, pale, scientist. Come on, help me out here, guys.
you talking about from the show? I forgot his name.
Yeah.
what show?
I forgot the show name.
With the kid. It's him. His uncle. Fuck. What's his
Damn,
called?
bro, you can't
Oh
just say with the
shit.
kid.
I just gave every fucking aspect of the show. Scientist goes to different.
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, bro. That sounds like a Rick and Morty episode.
Word.
Yeah, nah, fact.
Nah, no kids.
Oh shit.
You know, Rick and Morty got an anime, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
seen it.
No, I ain't
going
even
to
see
watch that.
I seen it. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
What was I gonna say? Free game. Did you ever? Did you finished the whole thing in dub, right? Like you watched the important episodes in dub for Boruto.
Not all of them yet. No, I've just been watching.
But did you hear Jigen's voice actor?
Yeah. I seen that one already.
Yeah, Ben Hur.
Is he good? Is he good? Okay.
I still think
Yeah, he's good.
the sub, his voice sounded a little bit more intimidating than a dub. Like, his voice was a lot
I
deeper
like
in a
the dub.
dub. You know, he said
I-
karma. I like that shit. That shit was fire. Yeah, he just had like I don't know, like maybe
That's how
because-
Madara in Japanese Madara when he talks to Naruto, he be like Kyuubi-san. Kyuubi-san.
But like I got so used to the dub. It's just like some voices I really gotta adapt to. Like when I watch the sub. Like even though we have bro on the podcast, I don't like Kawaki's voice actor. And no, you know what? I take that back. He has really good moments in the sub.
I actually did. I ain't gonna lie. I watched that pod y'all did with him, bro, and I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I ain't know that's how that was my first time hearing how Kawaki sounded in English. But I was like, damn, nigga, kind of like close my eyes and you probably like, I probably think that's Sasuke. I don't know, maybe not Sasuke. I would probably hear it's different. I probably think, is this like a one shot or like a different voice actor of Sasuke or something? You know, so he's actually really talented.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I take that back because when I was watching the dub, I was like, oh damn, like he did bring out like a lot of emotion in Kawaki. Because Kawaki, like, in where he's at right now, you gotta like, especially like when he's going through that tantrum or that part where he's like fucking he's panicking when Shiki's like counting down and stuff. Like you gotta really nail that part. You can't.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You make me fly
emotion.
through this stuff so I can get to the parts where they start. I can hear how these people sound like, man.
Yeah, and then Kawaki's like, it's not like Boruto's character where like I watched the Boruto movie in English, so I was already hearing Boruto already. So I was used to Boruto in English rather than Japanese. So like hearing him now, it's not really weird to me, rather than Kawaki, where my first introduction to Kawaki was sub.
Like, when I first started the Boruto thing in English, even though I watched the movie and I ain't gonna lie, I watched the movie probably like 10 times, but I watched it probably.
So
like
you're not
8
used to
times.
Sarda's voice actor then? That's weird.
That's why I said I watched it probably like 7 to 8 times in Japanese though. But I don't know because like by the time the episode, it's like 293 episodes of straight Japanese for me. Mind you, I'm watching it episode by episode, so it's like I didn't even rewatch stuff. So when I finally did it, I was like, bro, this nigga Boruto. I mean, I know they use women to even voice Naruto and Sasuke and stuff like that, but I'm like,
Whoa,
I knew
wait,
Boruto's
wait, wait,
voice actor was
wait.
a woman.
Hold up. Stop. Pause. Go back. Rewind. Sasuke's voice actor is a chick?
I'm pretty sure his Japanese one is. No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
I'm capping. But Naruto's is.
I was about to say, his voice actor, like, I don't even know. That sounds like a straight nigga, bro. I don't know.
No, no. Well, his. I'm talking English for Naruto is a woman,
Yeah,
but with
yeah, yeah, I
Boruto,
know
I could.
that. I know that. I know
I ain't
Naruto.
know it was a woman for the years, for the longest.
Like,
And when I found out at school, I'm like, she's a woman. I didn't know that.
bro, it's like, that's
Yeah,
like
we interviewed the
Tommy
Boruto
Pickles
one.
and motherfucking, and, what's some nigga's name from the Boondocks? Riley and Huey.
Riley and Huey.
Yeah, their
I
voice
didn't know.
actors
Oh,
is
yeah, Riley and
dope.
Huey messed with. Tommy Pickles is voiced by a woman. I didn't know
Yep,
that.
a chick, bro. And Tommy got a low key deep voice, bro.
So yeah, Chucky.
Yeah, his voice is low key deep for a baby, but yeah, his is a lot of male or kid voice actors are voiced by women, I should say, for little
Because they're able to
boys.
hit that range and still make it sound a little masculine for a kid.
Yeah, like kids before they or boys before they hit puberty, they can mimic that voice better than a man who's already went through puberty. It's kind of hard to de-escalate your voice, make it
I
sound
mean,
good.
It's not like Sourdo's voice is annoying, but whenever she speaks, I notice it. Like I'm like, dang, that's how she sounds like. It's like I don't know.
But
It's
it
like,
fits
dang,
her. Like now that Bara says that, like she does have like the smart Alec. What you said when you was kind of like explaining her, and it was like Bara, like that fits her character. I completely agree with Bara. Like
yeah,
her voice actor fits her character.
literally,
The
yeah. She's
glasses.
condescending in a smart way. She's very condescending. It's like because in Japanese, it's like sometimes you get lost in the sauce. You obviously know what's going on throughout the episode, but you get I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's like I know you know what I mean. Like when you watch anime, it's like sometimes you even forget you're watching a whole nother language because you're just like that much getting in the information and knowledge. Like sometimes I'll watch a whole anime and I tell somebody to watch it and I forget, damn, that shit don't got no English. I thought it was in English. The whole time it was only in Japanese. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever she talks in English, it's like it's very noticeable because it's like she's about to say something offensive. So let's hear what she has to say.
He's about to say
That's
something
literally,
offensive. It's crazy.
yeah.
But overall, you say dub over sub though.
Overall, I'm still on the hook. That's why I said once I get to Kara, I gotta see how these people like. I gotta see how Delta sounds. I gotta see how Ada sounds. I gotta see how Kashin Koji sounds.
Whoa, hold on. Ada and Damon is going to be in the anime. I don't even remember them being in. I thought it.
They're in the anime, bro.
Bro, I haven't seen the anime in 5 years, so it's
In the end, bro, the anime ended. Remember, is after Boruto got killed by Kawaki. That was already that was they finished the code arc where they got to do the omnipotence arc and stuff. But yeah, Ada and Damon has been
They
in the
didn't
anime.
get to Cole releasing its limiters though, did they?
Nah, they got to get to the part where Cole comes to the village. They got to do the whole entire omnipotence thing. So from Cole getting his limiters removed all the way up into the whole flipping it.
So when they didn't do they haven't done like the what do you call it, like the content house, if you want to call it that. Yeah, Free definitely got
No,
omnipotence.
not yet. That's after Cole invades the village.
God damn, bro. God, yeah,
Yeah,
somebody fucked up
so
my memory. That's crazy. Fucking Ada.
that's after, yeah. It's
Goddamn Ada.
Cole. Like literally, Ada and Damon are in the anime because I'm looking at it now. Oh, actually, did y'all ever watch that?
Fucking Ada's here.
The Naruto and the Sasuke and Sakura little mini arc where Sasuke was fighting those dinosaurs.
I read that. I didn't really like the
Yeah.
anime version. I thought the anime version sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. I ain't gonna lie though, but that Sasuke and Sakura episode where they had that little moment, that was a good.
Yeah,
Hey,
that was
really,
beautiful. That was beautiful.
I'm able to admit, yeah, that was a scene that had me on. Dang, bro.
But in the novel was better though. Like just the
I
visuals
heard.
the novel, like just like the way they explain everything and like it's my brother's yelling and shit. I'm about to sock this nigga in the mouth. But
I definitely heard.
Yeah, this
But look, hold on. I'm
nigga-
counting it now. Ada and Damon are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They literally Ada was introduced in the episode 288.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure Damon was introduced episode 289, and the last episode is 293.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they didn't have to make anime time.
Yeah, that now going back to what you was talking about in that Sasuke the novel adaptation.
Well, with Sasuke and Sasuke, bro, that episode was so beautiful, bro.
I'm telling you, just reading it though, it's way better. That moment
And I
right there
heard because there was a lot of
between.
things that they overlooked, like how
Mhm.
Sakura has these crazy, like because certain things they were doing in the episode. Because y'all, man, I ain't gonna
Bro,
cap,
that
nigga. I
battle
watched
at the end
what's the name?
is way more epic in the novel than in the anime. The anime is real lackluster, but the novel he go like it's like dinosaurs all over the fucking
They do,
place
yeah.
and
What's the name? When the anime was going, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, not pretty sure because I watched the videos, but Naruto explained.
yo,
Oh yeah,
Mr. Wagner
Naruto
said they
explained was
drove
doing like
Sasuke with two arms on one scene. I don't remember that.
yeah. Oh yeah. People, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I even had to explain. I had niggas hitting me up who don't watch Boruto. They was like, bro, this what you trying to get me to watch? I'm like, bro, calm down. Like, get off my face.
They
You
fucked
really,
up.
but no, I saw Naruto explain videos on explaining the parts that the anime missed in terms of the
Oh, I didn't even
Sasuke
know he did
shooting
a video on that.
videos. I'm pretty
Oh, he
yeah
did. Oh, okay.
videos.
Because I know he like that's how I like got into a lot of novels was through him. Sorry, I didn't mean to fuck your train of thought.
No, that's really that's if I mention anything from the novel is because I saw it on the Naruto video and I looked up like, okay, this is what the novel he's talking about. But yeah, for the
Yeah.
most part, if they translate it and he got them out, he probably goes over. Or if the title's interesting, I'm gonna click it. But I don't really pay attention to the novels
The
like
novels are nice.
itself.
Like he really got me into him because like he'll do a video on it and then he'll leave you with a cliffhanger. He won't even go through the
Yeah.
whole thing. He'll like go through
But
like
yeah, but I'm not gonna lie
portions of
though.
it.
This whole entire arc, the way that they well, from what I heard, I'll say audio because I do listen to audiobooks, so I would count it as like I listen to the novel. But from what I heard, when because even Naruto, he does like sometimes he quotes it, like he'll go off script and he'll just like read quotes from the book from the passage, like of
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
between certain scenes and stuff. So
And then
like
he'll explain
but
what
yeah, like
happened
the
in both.
details, like Sakura learning, like she had these crazy sensing abilities. Sasuke and mastering this ice release that he created himself, and how they were both like trying to do this stuff undercover, and then they're both coming to understand like, oh, they don't know much about Sarada, or Sasuke's been missing out Sarada growing up, or Sarada's taking an interest in the cosmos and the stars, and Sasuke was surprised by this. It's like a lot of stuff, but the arc in anime wasn't that good. That episode though, yeah,
It was
between because
stupid though.
they
Like
animated it very well. It looked like a damn near a portrait episode, bro.
it was stupid though because like honestly that novel is interlocked with a couple other novels. The
Yeah,
it's
like
locked
a
with
3-part novel
yeah it's like
to
it's a
rescue Naruto.
Kakashi yeah it's a Kakashi novel. I forget who else has a novel. I think who has
I think it's Sasuke, Naruto, and Kakashi.
is this I don't
It's
think
those
no
three Naruto.
I don't think so.
Because it's like it's Sasuke's novel is happening, and then because even in certain anime episodes where we see Kakashi in those scenes are from Kakashi. Yeah, I learned that from Naruto
Bro,
Explains
they
It
could
too.
have gave like
Those scenes
Boruto
are
could
from Kakashi. They stripped through all of that shit, bro. They stripped
like
through Kakashi's novel.
they could have did a whole thing with Naruto being sick and them having to get like certain things from the Sage of Six Paths because he had the six pack same disease as the Sage of Six Paths and shit like that. They could have made a whole
Yeah.
big thing out of that in Boruto, but they
Yeah.
just like dropped that whole
I
thing.
heard even in that novel, Kakashi did like some crazy, like 100-foot
Bro,
mud wall
what?
jutsu, and then
Kakashi
he
was
was
going
going crazy on
crazy.
the mercenaries.
Kakashi was
Yeah, they
going
only showed like
nuts.
because they in the anime they showed the little prince that Kakashi was trying to protect, and like they showed parts of like the coup d'état, but like we couldn't really like they brushed that to the side, and they didn't show anything. I think they only showed like ending parts from Naruto's novel where like they had the what's the elixir from the stars that they called it,
Mm-hmm.
because like when Naruto takes the actual elixir, I'm pretty sure that part is from his novels. It's
Yeah.
not in Sasuke.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
But yeah, they condensed all three novels and really just made it a
A
lot of
short one.
Sasuke's novel, some of Kakashi's, and a little bit of Naruto's.
Yeah, because the novel you're talking about. No, wait, hold on. Did they ever? I don't think they adapted his novel in that. I think that was the
Who's?
adaptation. Kakashi's. I think the adaptation that we got was the what's bro's daughter's name? I can't remember her name with the red eyes.
Leroy? No, no, that's an art. But I'm saying even within these Sasuke episodes, when Sasuke's fighting the dinosaurs,
Mm-hmm.
in certain episodes, in a couple episodes, we have scenes where we're going off to see what Kakashi is doing, and he's in that nation. Like we see it in the anime, like what he's doing, and he's trying to figure out stuff as well. But it's like he's barely in that arc. Like they show him like throughout all of the episodes, they show him like probably like 2 minutes. We get 2 minutes each
That's
episode
why I
of
probably don't
Kakashi.
remember Kakashi being in it.
Yeah, it's not that big. That's why when Naruto explained was doing the videos on it, he was explaining basically the truth behind like Kakashi's portion of the mission and how it really connected because
I read
Sasuke,
Kakashi's too.
well, I think it was Sakura and Kakashi. They were exchanging messages back and forth throughout the entire mission.
Bro, on one pod we should go over y'all should read the novels. Really, like the novels are really dope. Like just the
I'll listen
visual.
to the audiobook, bro. If
Listen to
I
the
find it good,
audiobook. Listen to audio. I
I'll
like
find it.
reading. I'm a reader, so I like reading. I
I,
don't
I
mind
could,
it.
I could read it, but I ain't. I don't know.
It's just the
It's
way
like I
that
already
the.
know so much of the story. Like I want to know what's gonna push the story forward. Like I ain't trying to learn
But
something
it's
that's.
like you get the in betweens that you don't get in the anime though, in a novel, and the way
I
that they
if they
try
drop
to
some
explain
novels,
things.
if they drop some Dead Zone novels, like what happened during Boruto in the time skip, or what happened in the village, I'll read
What?
those novels. For sure. I'll
What?
read those.
Bro, I mean, they should bring back the written novels. I would appreciate that. But
And then the anime they do the code a little. I was gonna change the topic. I was just gonna say something about code.
no, go ahead. Talk about the bottom. It's all right.
And I was gonna because remember when Code first came in anime, he had like the gray belt and then red eyes, and then when
Mm-hmm.
they adapted the code art towards the end, they changed his design
I
back to
didn't
the black
notice
belt.
that. I don't be noticing subtle details, bro. Like I gotta start paying attention to like subtle shit, because I be skipping over subtle details. Like y'all said, the fucking toe was at the beginning of the Ryu arc or whatever. But I don't, or the Sand Village, whatever. I don't. What is this arc titled? It's like every arc has a title. What was this one
I'd
titled?
be calling this a land to win arc. Fuck it, because they ain't no land to win.
Yeah, well, I'll take it.
Or it's still you could just still say this is still the Shinju arc. So
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
okay, yeah. So like, y'all said it was a toad, bro. I missed that totally over my head.
It was like
Right
a
over it.
small part of the chapter, to be honest. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta start noticing subtle shit, bro. I'll be trying, but I just like skip over little shit, and then I'll be like, oh, they didn't have that, and I'm like, yeah, they did. I'm like, when? It was this one little picture in the side piece of the fucking. Oh goddamn, I ain't see that shit.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Oh. So do we want to hit up the Diddy convo?
Yeah,
or
we can hit
just
up the
dip?
Negro news now because I'm like running on
Yeah.
fumes right now.
All right. Yeah. All right. So supposedly Diddy is out scot free,
What? Wait, hold on.
and
What?
not technically scot free. He was found guilty on 2 separate counts, maximum of 10 years. But to be honest, I think they're probably gonna charge for like 5. Probably gonna get like probation after 2 years.
Well, he got 2
Let's be
charges.
honest.
Each charge has 10 years, but yeah,
damn.
Yeah, they probably gonna run them charges concurrently.
most likely.
Let's be honest.
Bro,
So
it was
basically,
a
still
stupid ass
jail time.
trial. This shit was stupider than the Young Thug trial, bro. It was a retarded trial, bro. It was like the stuff that they was charging him for was idiotic. I was saying that at the beginning. What the fuck you charging a dude for a RICO, and then you gonna tell people on the jury to, oh, don't consider the major fucking points that we brought up that supports the RICO. We're not gonna. You don't consider that. Forget that you even heard that. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard of in a trial. Like who says that? Who tells people don't? You sit down for fucking 3 days and you hear about certain shit, and now you're gonna tell me forget everything I've been hearing for the last 3 days?
Yeah, who told him that?
The judge, when you remember when he was like, "Oh, they dropped the charges on Puff or whatever," they never dropped the charges. The judge told him not to consider those charges, like not to consider the evidence they heard for those charges. Like when you're
That's what the judge said?
yes, when you're deliberating, don't take those what you heard about those charges in consideration. It was the stupidest thing I ever heard in my fucking life. You never heard of it. I never heard of anything like that. Like, all right, we trying to charge this man with the RICO. We give you all this evidence for the RICO. Now you tell him to reconsider. Don't listen to all that.
I don't know. The thing that's fishy to me, all due respect, all due respect to Chrissy, and all due respect to the other Jane Doe John, all due respect to them, but I ain't care about them. I cared about the tapes. We didn't hear not one thing about the tapes.
Bro, because no tapes exist.
They have they I about to say they have clips of like the screenwrite of the audio because you can't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who did hear it, because there's going to be headphones in the courtroom, the people who did hear, like people typed out the audio, so there's clips of like what is said in certain clips is what is said in certain tapes of like Diddy saying things or Cassie's response to certain things.
Nah,
So
again, we don't care. We're not caring about Cassie. What we heard was going on. Diddy had freak offs, and rich rappers, rich moguls
You're not gonna
attending
get
these
that,
freak offs, and he caught them on tape
You got
with
your
women who
expectations too high.
might have been underage, who might have been of age,
Bro, you got your
but he
hopes up too
caught them
high.
doing nefarious activities.
You got your hopes up too
Where are
high.
those
That's like
tapes?
the people who was waiting on this Epstein list and thought it was gonna fucking shock the world, and then he released the Epstein list, and then it was nothing.
Gang,
Nobody said shit about it because it's not. It's lackluster.
They released it. I could have
gang,
sworn
what?
someone just told me the other day they just try to tell people there is no Epstein list.
Nah, they
I'm
released
like,
the Epstein
Yeah,
list, bro.
that's what they're saying. That's what the government trying to tell us. There's no tapes.
yeah, I was about to say someone
Supposedly,
just told me that like yesterday or
No,
the other
bro,
day.
they released the
I think I was
Epstein
at my
list, bro.
party. I was already blasted.
no, but then now they're saying there's no Epstein list. They're saying
Yeah.
there's no Epstein list.
Yeah, they're
There's no
doing
Diddy
just like
tapes.
bro. Fuck that. They're doing. There's a fucking judge. It's like they're telling us not to fucking consider what we just seen. Because I just seen the fucking Epstein list, bro. They're not going to tell me the shit don't exist when they just.
I know.
released the shit.
I'm not saying there is none. But I'm saying
No.
this
I
what
hear
they
what you're
trying to
saying.
say.
Yeah, no, I get. I'm not
For sure.
contending
They're
anything what you
definitely
guys
is.
are saying. I'm just saying.
Niggas was
like,
on that plane. They flew to that island.
bro.
Yes, for sure.
Donald Trump was on the Epstein list. Why do you think there's not?
That's why.
They're not talking
Hey,
about that shit, bro.
what you just said is the reason why there's quotations above my head now. There is no Epstein list.
Ah, got you.
You feel me?
Yeah. I don't want the Secret Service knocking on my door. There is no
But yeah,
Epstein list.
just like so. No, my whole thing, all due respect, what happened to the rappers who got caught on tapes? 4 of Diddy's mansions got raided specifically for the tapes and for the security cameras.
You trying to get everybody behind bars who needs to be. I respect it though, Barra, because even if
That's
they
the
even there,
main
and
thing.
they know it's like, bro.
What if he didn't pay for his Ring subscription, bro? Fucking. It
Son,
was
Yo,
They got
the way the
underage
media
workers for his
successfully got
Roku
everybody
camera
to forget
subscription,
about
bro.
the tapes is insane.
They got
It's
possible
insane.
underage workers working for them, bro.
Bro.
It's just different.
It's probably some.
Bruh.
It's probably some high powered individual that's in one of those tapes, bro, and they did not release it for a fucking certain reason. I like.
Gang.
It gotta
There
be
is.
something.
It's not either. It's
No.
a very high. No, it's not just the very. It's like a lot. It's too many to the point where
Yeah,
the
it's-
mass you would be like, damn, who do we trust now? Or like, if they can do that, I can do. That's what
Nigga,
people don't
let me have a
understand.
fucking freak off. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
if shit gets out, like certain people are gonna feel entitled to do certain things because of what they see.
Yeah.
So we just not releasing any sort of names from the Epstein
Bro,
list.
I'm cool. I heard enough when they said Diddy liked to rub
What?
man oil on him, bro. I heard a fucking enough, bro.
And they
I was
had
cool
like
after
in some
that.
of those
Again,
audio scripts,
but
in some of the
nobody
audio
cared
scripts-
about Diddy.
Bro, I
But
was
some of the-
cool after that. If that's how freaky these freak offs getting, bro, I'm straight. I don't need to hear no more.
Bruh,
You sold me on this.
we
nigga
went-
as a fucking freak, bro, and anybody around him.
Nah,
is too.
gang.
I
We
heard
went on
enough.
a solid 18 to 24 month manhunt of anybody who knew Diddy, anybody who was in a picture with Diddy, because they might have been not at the party, not at the Diddy party, but at the Diddy party.
Yeah,
And we got no
every-
information about the parties.
bro, because we got enough. They gave us a
Stop
fucking,
it.
bro. They gave us as much as we can fucking. You a fucking freak, bro. He wanted to hear the goddamn like intimate details and shit, like
What?
how
Stop,
niggas
bro.
booty holes felt after their encounter with
Bro,
Diddy and shit.
Black Uchiha, I might be bugging. Black Uchiha, I might be bugging. When they said Diddy is going to court for all of his crimes, did we think, all right, nah, we about to hear did to Cassie and Jane Doe? Is that legitimately what y'all thought?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought niggas was finna get. I thought Diddy was finna snitch and expose niggas.
I thought it was gonna be.
Bro,
some- I
I'm
thought it was
thinking-
gonna
yeah,
be
I'm
more-
thinking-
more grandiose.
I'm like, oh, Jay-Z going down too. I'm thinking everything.
But
Bro, what are we doing with Cassie and Jane Doe?
I mean, a lot
Oh,
of
he said, I was with the Scooby Doo.
a lot of shit came out though. A lot
A
of
lot of
shit
shit
came
did come
out.
out,
Like it
bro.
didn't come out in
And it's
court.
already disturbing. It's already disturbing enough to the point where, like, even without the full story, the fact that we're already this deep, pause into it, it's like you got a good idea of like, okay, it's a disturbing story to say the least. It's a highly disturbing story.
Yep.
Bro,
I didn't know my boy
This
from
is
Boys in the
insane.
Hood was that goddamn freaky. Bro is a goddamn freak, bro. I'm cool. I don't need to hear nothing.
What's that?
else.
Cuba Gooding or
Cuba
something?
Gooding, yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah,
Bro,
they released photos of him, bro. So we
bro,
see him in the
bro
studio.
Is
Who?
whacked out. He, Cuba Gooding, bro. Nigga was naked, bro. The nigga be naked with a chicken bucket on his head. I don't know what type of fucking
All right,
dope
I
this
see
boy's
that.
on.
I didn't see that.
Oh, this was
picture,
way before
but-
the Diddy trials, bro. This
Okay.
nigga was a certified
Bro,
crash out
come
before the Diddy trials, bro. Bro had a bucket. You can look this shit up. I'm not lying.
Black Uchiha,
Boy
you gotta
had
at
a
least understand.
bucket of
He
chicken on his
said,
head and was walking
I don't
around.
know what's going on.
Just I don't know what type of dope bro
Gang.
be on, bro. But yeah,
But
these
y'all-
niggas freaks, bro.
But
Y'all
nah,
gotta at least
honestly,
understand where I'm coming from.
No,
I,
I
nah,
totally
honestly,
understand where
I
you're
get,
coming from.
nah, honestly, I get it, bro.
But Bara, think about it, bro. Think about the people that might possibly be like on the list. Not even the fuck the Epstein. I mean, the Epstein list is. I think that's more serious. These are both highly serious, not allegations, because we know the
Epstein was
serious
way more
situations.
serious than the Diddy
Very,
shit,
very
bro.
serious, right?
Nah,
Right,
Epstein
but,
was way
but
more
with
serious. The Diddy shit was a whole bunch of consenting fucking adults,
yeah,
bro,
yeah, no,
who
no,
was
no,
just
no,
on some freaky
no,
shit.
no, no,
Epstein
no, no,
was
no,
bringing
no.
children to an island, bro. You can't
I'm no,
escape
no,
from a
no.
fucking island.
Epstein shit was way more serious. The point I'm trying to make is still with even with the Epstein list or the Diddy party after the party list, like those names being revealed, like people are extremists. Like as a society, we are very extremist. In America in general, and especially all eyes on America, like now of all times would be probably
But we're
it would be
desensitized at the same fucking time, though, where a lot
like
of
I
shit
don't
that we
think they
probably
should
would have
not.
heard,
I don't
it
think
wouldn't
they
have been
should
that
not
crazy.
do anything about it. But now would be probably the worst time, at least to have a mass release of the list, or to mass release confirm like all of these famous people have been doing these. We already have an idea,
We're
and
gonna
it's
hear about
kind
it
of
in 20
evident.
more years.
You feel me?
Bro, I'm not even
Everything
asking.
happens
I'm
in
not even
time,
asking. I'm
brother.
not even asking. I'm not even asking him for the list. I mean, for the tapes from Diddy. I'm asking for a blackmail charge. That's it. They can't even get that.
A blackmail.
But they not
Oh,
even
charge them for blackmail.
investigating it.
They can
This
charge
is
them for
crazy.
blackmail too. That's true. They
They're
should,
not even
but
investigating it.
Bro, they don't give a
It wasn't
fuck.
even a part of the trial.
They don't
That's my
give a
point.
fuck,
It
bro.
at a
wasn't even.
point you already know you have he's reached a point of status to where prior to
This
even
is
getting locked up, he
crazy.
already made powerful friends, Bara.
This
Like
is crazy.
This
The
nigga try to go
feds
against the
literally.
liquor company and fucking lost his whole fucking image, bro. Like they said, I don't
Son,
know if this like correlates or whatever, but you remember when he used to have what was that drink that he used to have?
oh no, free game. It's
Ciroc.
exactly it. I know exactly where you're going with
Yeah,
it.
he used to have
He got
Ciroc or
he
whatever. He
signed with
sued them.
he signed with Deleon. That
Yeah,
Deleon drink
Delion.
he
There you
had.
go. Yep.
He them people, them top dogs at Deleon, I guess, they wasn't fucking because y'all know before this whole Diddy stuff, it was really like Diddy was he was moving in that whole pro black movement. He was trying to push black excellence, that whole type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And those people wasn't rocking with it. And then I'm not sure what's the alcohol after, but then he did. If y'all peep, he started to do promo with another alcohol company afterwards. And after he started doing that, that's when shit started to hit the fan. So
And he
I mean,
sued
I'm
them
not gonna say
for
like if you do
bucket of
wrong thing,
money.
like you need to be dealt with accordingly. But like a lot of this stuff even got brought to light low key because Diddy started to move like he felt he could be untouchable, and by the people who put him in that position, they was like,
They gotta humble
this
his
is their
ass.
way of reminding him, like, yo,
I don't give a fuck how much money you think you got, bro. We
Yo,
always
man.
got we print the money, nigga. Like what the
literally, they're like,
fuck?
yeah, that's exactly what they reminded him, like, bro,
Nigga,
you
like,
got all
we
the money,
print
but
this
we,
bitch, bro.
yeah,
Right, he beat the case, man. It looked like he
He beat
could
the
do whatever.
feds. I mean,
he
honestly, they
did
can
get it.
still get no. Don't fuck. You don't get
He,
it fucked up. They
well,
can give them
actually,
2 10-year sentences and they run it consecutively or
hey, I'm not gonna
consecutively.
lie,
Nigga.
free game,
If
I ain't
they do
gonna
that
cap
10,
though.
they do
I
another
don't
10.
even,
He's 60
I'm not even
already.
gonna cap though. I'm not even gonna cap though. Just with I can't speak because I know it's a real thing to because I've had people lie. It's a real thing to have people lie on your name, so I understand that.
Facts.
But at the same time, these allegations are so egregious, and the fact that there is even some truth even mixed in, whether you want to say a little or a lot into these stories, it's like he has to be held accountable to some degree. So I was surprised that they released all these charges, but I was still already under the belief the minute they got the man in cuffs, like yeah, he's going to jail. That's
Mm-hmm.
I already
What
And
did
then the
understood.
fact that they don't even want to release him on bond until he gets his actual sentence, because a lot of people are able to do that. Get really, and he don't have any dangerous charges. Like he don't have no murders. He don't have like nothing
Because
like that.
people are powerful people will be after him, not like regular street folks. Powerful people gonna be after him, bro. Or he might try to run because of the powerful people that are after him.
If I was Diddy, I would say fuck America, bro. I'm fuck out of here. Fuck all y'all. I'm moving to Paris. I'm out.
Or
I'm about to eat spaghetti,
know, bro.
spaghetti for the rest of my life.
just be
Fuck
on your
all y'all.
or if you're gonna be on your freak shit, just do that without ODing. Find people who into it with like you. And then don't find people who's into it for the more. Like at this point, he got so much money, he should know a groupie when he sees one. He should know someone that's just saying yes for the moment, but they not really about that life. Like you should spot the difference. Like at this point, he's so deep in the game that he understands whether or not they say yes or no when you're taking advantage of someone. That's the whole point. Like even if it's like it's the whole thing of like manipulation. Like you're gonna say certain things to get a certain reaction, but you're gonna say it in a way to paint you in a better light, to where it's like everything was consensus. Like you can't tell me he hasn't been in the game long enough to understand like this group. Oh, can we go to your party? Like you're just saying that just to be here for the moment. I know as soon as we start pulling out them bottles of baby oil, your face is gonna be shook and you're not gonna be with the shits no more. So he gotta drug these people because Diddy's with the shits. I'm pretty sure he's with the shit sober, or whether he's off the stuff that he's serving his guests. And I'm sure he's off of the stuff that he's serving his guests.
Bro.
But he's with it
Gang
in
has
either mind.
sobriety nights.
No,
Like,
he's
he's-
what he needs, bro. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know if y'all remember who this woman is, but he needs a Corinne Steffens, bro. That bitch is a freak enough to not tell nobody, nigga. She don't need no bread. She's Lil
He
Wayne
needs
had
to
her.
find- but
All she gonna do is write a book about it, nigga. Believe her if you
Diddy,
want.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's reached a point of no return. Like he's so much of a freak. Like no one. I don't care who it is, bro. Holly Berry in the '90s, Christina, anybody. Ain't no one woman can satisfy him because he's did so much in his life. That's why
I don't want that much money. I don't want to be that rich to the point
because
where
he don't know what to do.
Yeah,
he done had so much. Like at that point, I don't know. Y'all saw the interview with one nigga was saying like about how one of his homies was saying like, but basically his nigga was getting so much pussy at a point where he got tired of it, and he started looking for other things.
Yep.
And I'm like, yes.
I don't want to.
Yes, I'm like, yeah, bro. Nah,
bro.
And
If there's like a number on the amount of pussy you gotta get till you start fucking with men, bro, I'm going to stray away from that. If it's like you gotta have sex with 865 women, bro, I'm stopping at 800. I'm cool. I'm not trying to reach 865,
bro. Savor the flavor for that last 60. That's crazy, bro.
I'm getting a wife. I'm getting married. I'm like, hey, I heard when you hit
bro.
865, you start sleeping with men. I'm cool.
He's already but even before you already reached a point where it's like that shit is becoming numb to you. That's why it's like, nah, she not valid. Next one. Nah, she not valid. Next one. She not valid. Next one. Or maybe you think it's valid, like that shit was valid, but nah, I'm on the next one.
It's kind of like drugs, though. Like when people do hard drugs and it doesn't like satisfy them no more, they don't really get that high that they was chasing anymore. They start doing harder drugs. Like it's just the same thing.
I mean,
addiction is like crazy.
It's like, our society it's not a I mean, despite what you may believe, the morals, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I believe a Lord, Father, God, Christian, but
facts.
It's not a crime in our society to be like a hypersexual individual. The crime in these allegations come into like the cohesion, like after the fact, and the fact that these people are drugged and they're waking up and they have to ask questions. That's where the crime comes. Pause. Diddy could rub whatever the fuck he want to rub on his nipples. They ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got shit to do with nobody. But if a motherfucker is waking up and asking you questions and you got to keep them in a certain location for a couple of days.
That happened though. Like I don't remember none of that happened. The workers that they hired, none of the fucking male escorts said anything about passing the fuck out. Like they was pretty coherent.
Male
By the way,
escorts
Cassie's being sued.
They the one, bro.
By one of the escorts, just to tell you the truth.
They slanging, bro. They the one slanging the D.
Hey, Cassie's getting sued by one of the escorts, by the way. I don't know if y'all know.
Cause she was on some Diddy time too. I never cut Cassie a break.
She was paying and picking people, bro. Like
she was on some Diddy time too.
I be arguing with females that be like trying to argue for this. Bitch. Like, this bitch is like, bro, she didn't do this. He got so big to the point where because she was going to go to jail. They gave her she got $30 million. If she would have just he would have never got put on trial or anything like that. He just gave it. She was never going to say anything about the nigga ever a fucking again. If Diddy didn't get convicted, we would have never known Diddy like man oil on his nipples.
I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling y'all right now. Even like however he got started into doing this whole little freak offs type stuff. They
say his mom, bro, which is weird as hell. They say his mom.
It had to get to a point where like he had to understand like.
He said she put baby batter in the cereal.
These parties had to be getting so big to it's like it's gonna be fucked up shit going on, bro.
Hold up, Black. I'm sorry.
Wait, what he said?
Yeah, what he said just overshadowed everything you was about to say. What the fuck did you just say, Bar?
My bad. No, I heard she put baby batter in the cereal.
Oh goddamn.
Who did?
His mom.
Diddy's mom.
That's disgusting.
Baby batter?
What? You not putting A and B together, bro? He's trying to be. He's probably trying to be G-rated on the for the podcast.
Yeah.
Baby batter. What makes babies, man?
Okay. Let's turn this on to another day. It's on to the saint and another way. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
He said, okay.
It's not to the dance of another day. And the dance and the thing.
Bro was like lost for a second.
Funny,
He was
bro.
like, baby batter, what?
All right, yeah, and then the light bulb just went off on top of my head. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, bro. They say his mom, bro. His mom is like an ominous figure, bro. She's like the OG and everything. She like was a catalyst to everything that they say happened to Diddy. They say his sister used to touch him too. I think that was nope, that was R. Kelly. Sorry, wrong person.
Yeah, I heard the person who was like his OG was kind of like that too.
Oh, the dude who brought him on, put him on. The dude who ran. I forgot what record company I was, but Diddy got fired from that record company. Clyde Davis, that's his name. Clyde.
They used to be partying, and then
Clyde
everybody
Davis.
at the party would be having sex, and that was normal to Diddy. So he grew up like, hey, that's what the parties need to be going on. So he started throwing parties, and people's coming to Cloud. They were like, yeah,
I
you
used
go to
go
Diddy
parties.
party, you know what he wants you doing after the after party. Y'all in there.
Bro, I used to
And they
go to
talking about some this
parties.
shit going on for days, bro. Like, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Not everybody, I know for a fact. First of all, it's a number of people that's prepared, that's ready. They probably got their own baby oil, the exclusives.
You cannot
And
say
there's
that
another
you never
people
went
that's
to
like,
a house party in like 3 rooms. People was smashing it in like those fucking 3 rooms. One girl was taking